I'm a gun-toting patriot, God-fearing patriot. Pricing why they mad, cause I'm real and they be faking it. Free speech advocate, it's on my mind, I'm saying it. I'm about to buy another gun and ain't nobody taking it. Gun-toting, Bible reading, God believing, truth speaking American. This MAGA season, Democrats committing treason. I know they think it's sweet, but you don't know who you dealing with. This for free thinkers only, you ain't got no membership. They free, General Flynn, out the cage, cause he innocent. Barton Roger Stone, cause the run know that he innocent. We need to kick out every single illegal immigrant. Mandatory voter ID laws we need to implement. Tell Jussie Smollett that I know this MAGA country. Tell China we know they tryna play us like some dummies. I looked deep into it and I did the math. Why did Obama send money to that Wuhan lab? What is George Soros doing with all of his cash? Why did China take that Harvard guy and drop him a bag? Why is there so much propaganda? Funny you ask. How about that Bill Gates vaccine? Now, sorry I'll pass, cause I'm a gun-toting patriot, God-fearing patriot. Pricing why they mad, cause I'm real and they be faking it. Free speech advocate, it's on my mind, I'm saying it. I'm about to buy another gun and ain't nobody taking it. Gun-toting patriot, God-fearing patriot. Pricing why they mad, cause I'm real and they be faking it. Free speech advocate, it's on my mind, I'm saying it. I'm about to buy another gun and ain't nobody taking it.
Are you ready for an AI challenge? Take part in this nationwide initiative to discover, develop, and expand AI's potential. As someone who created an AI-powered audiobook and championed online safety through the Take It Down Act, I've seen firsthand the promise of this powerful technology. Now, I pass the torch of innovation to you. Just as America once led the world into the skies, we are poised to lead again, this time in the age of AI. The President's National Artificial Intelligence Challenge invites every student in America, from kindergarten to 12th grade, to unleash their imagination and showcase the spirit of American innovation. Our educators will guide and empower you through this process to build a brighter, stronger future for us all. Visit ai.gov to register today. Good luck!
Hey, everybody!
Hello, everyone.
How is it going, Jimmy? How do you feel?
I am glad to be back. My Tuesday nights were empty since we were gone. So I'm glad to be back. I really do enjoy doing this. And so looking forward to our upcoming season.
Yes, me too. I am so excited. Like I can't stop smiling. I feel like having a giggle attack. I am so happy and excited that we're finally back. It we took about 3 weeks, right? Or like 4 weeks.
I think it was more like 4 weeks. Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, I think it was 4 weeks. But that's pretty good. I mean, I had a lot of stuff happen this past month. The worst thing that happened was my Rottweiler passing away. He was 12 and a half years old. His name was Maddox, and he passed away on August 1st. And so, for those 3 days after that, I was unconsolable. Yeah, that was my buddy. So,
Oh, we're sorry, Jimmy.
yeah, that sucked. It's amazing how close you can get to an animal. I mean, I got him when he was 6 weeks old. So he looked very intimidating, but he was the biggest, goofiest teddy bear that there is. He never bit anybody or anything like that. But if I had to run some people off my property, I'll be like, Maddox, you want to go for a walk?
Aw.
So I'll eventually get another Rottweiler. They're awesome dogs. Awesome dogs. They get a bad rep, but Rottweilers are awesome.
Aw, well, I am going to say a quick hello to everybody in the chat. Wow, guys, I have missed you guys as
Yes,
well.
yes.
I kind of felt like I was missing something. I was like,
Oh, I'm gonna talk about that when we start getting into talk after we do introductions and stuff. But um, yeah, I'll talk about that.
I was walking around like I'm supposed to do something right now. I feel
Yeah,
lost, like
yeah,
not
yeah.
talking as
Absolutely.
much.
Yeah, absolutely. So I want to thank everybody that has sent me messages asking us when we were going to be back. Are we going to be back? Because there was people thinking we weren't coming back.
Mhm.
So sorry to disappoint those who thought we were going to be gone forever. Um, but yeah, so I want to just thank everybody. I had a lot of good comments. People said that they enjoy the show because it's helped them to do more research on their own, look at things in a different way. So I feel like we're helping folks, and that's just been our biggest thing. We just want to put information out there, help people out, and if they want to take a step further and go that route, hey, I applaud them. If they don't, then hey, well, I can't say anything about that.
Yes, I mean, even our let me what should I say? Our best fans that would make alternative content about what we do or say here were curious. They they even
Oh yeah.
made announcements on their own channels like, "Hey, the UPC is coming back." And I'm like, "Wow, even our best friends on the internet have something to say." Like
So
that's
so
crazy. But I
Since
love
you
it.
mentioned that, let me just address one small item. Apparently, people are making fun of me because I'm in my cage.
Yeah.
So, but you know what? I get to smoke out here. I don't smoke in the house. And if
Right.
we're out here for 3 or 4 hours, I want to be out here. And also,
Mhm.
too, my wife has got phone calls. She has work and stuff that she does inside. So I don't need to be interrupting her by doing our
Mhm.
show. So I create a little space out here for me. Yes, it's my man effing cave. Get the hell over it.
Hi, Jimmy. You know, you pay too much attention to it. Like I would see it and like read it and I would be cackling over here, like just laughing. But I know that you sometimes take it too seriously.
Yeah,
But
sometimes,
man,
well, sometimes, after your button's pushed enough, you're going to
yeah.
say something. You're going to say, but hey, this is where I am. I don't care. Get over it. Laugh. have fun with it. Do whatever you think you need to do with it.
Yes, and they always swear that they would never again watch our show or that they never watch it at all. And yet I see my show clips sometimes on in my algorithm all over the place. So I know deep
Yeah.
down inside, even though they say they hate us or don't like us, I think they do. Like really small love out there.
So,
But
welcome to everybody that has joined the Unrelenting Political Corner tonight. We appreciate all of you.
Jerica says, missed you, Ruby. She says, I love his man cave. It suits him well. Yeah, it's like your personality. It's you, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, guys. So, oh, hey, J Man United. Hi, Becky. Who else is in the chat? Beverly. I think everybody's already here. I wanted to
How
give
many
people
people?
time
How many
to
people? How many people do we have on the live chat right now? I'm just curious.
33 on both of our
Hey,
channels. So that's
well, we
pretty
need to get one more. We need to get one more on because 33 is not a really good number we should be at. So,
sure. Are you sure?
30.
Oh, Rosie says, love you guys, Ruby and Jimmy. Yes, I love our audience. It's like the same group of people always come and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, the gang is here now. Now we can start. All right,
Yeah.
get because did you guys see that little pony or that little donkey I put that picture that I put before the intro? Like, hey, yeah, I'm kind of shocked about what I just said too, because I don't think when I speak. And that's the whole thing of the show is that we don't plan what to say or what to talk about. I'm just gonna throw a lot of things at Jimmy for his live reaction, and I love it. You know, that's about it. But when I say crazy stuff, I don't think about it either. I am just myself. So it is.
I just wish folks, or I hope they understand that this show is designed in a way to where you could be sitting in the man cave with me and
Yeah,
just having a conversation. You know,
right.
that's what this is about. I mean, I really like doing live shows. Yes, does it leave you open to mistakes and misspeaking on something? Yeah, that's going to happen. But at least the audience is getting a real, raw, uncut view of who we are. We're not faking it. We're not saying something and then, oh, we got to go back and edit that. No, this is real. This is straight. So I like doing lives.
Yep.
I feel weird when I have to record a video and then post it. That feels really
Yeah.
weird for me.
Yeah, that's why I'm done with that. So if anybody was wondering, like I took everything off my page, rebranding. I'm gonna keep this purely political. I don't
Yep.
think I'm ever going to do a pre-recorded video ever again. I just hate it. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I am now obsessed with live shows
Yeah.
and just
Yeah.
interacting in real time. I love
Yes.
it. So I think that's
Yeah. Me
what
too.
I'm gonna stick to.
Yeah.
Let me see. Mrs. So Much More says, dude, I'd love to sit and talk for a day. That's exciting. JG says, Ruby, are you wearing a wig? All right, guys. So no more wigs. That's the newest
What?
update. No more
What?
wigs. When I moved, I threw everything away. Literally, I don't even have a microphone anymore. I'm using my headset. But don't worry, I'm gonna buy a new mic. But my decision with the wigs now is like I'm done with the wigs. I'm gonna be even more authentically myself and wear my real hair. So this is my real Puerto Rican curls slash waves going on here. So this is
Nice.
my real hair. No more wigs.
Nice. Nice. I like it.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you guys. And this is also virgin hair. Like I grew it out. Like I cut my hair really, really, really short and I grew it out brand new. So this is my natural color. No more dyeing, no more flat ironing, like no more. I'm just gonna leave it the way it grows out of my head. So
Well, since we're speaking on hair, sorry, everybody.
yeah.
We're just getting caught up. All right. But I had to get a haircut yesterday because over the last week, 2 weeks, I've been waking up in the morning and I've been looking like Kramer from Seinfeld. So I told my wife, I was like, listen, I got a haircut tomorrow. I was like, I don't know when the last time it was I had one.
Yeah.
And I said, well, let me look back in my books because I write down everything I spend. If I spend
Wow.
$1.99 somewhere, I write it down. I'm very, very good with keeping books. And so
Mm-hmm.
I went back and looked, and on June 2nd, I had $30 even. And that's usually what I pay for the haircut. So I said
Oh, okay.
that had to be when it was. So June 2nd till yesterday, my hair was insane. But I'm thankful. 52 years old and I can still grow Kramer looking hair. Hell yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Wow. John Marciano says, Jimmy, that's why you look younger.
Yeah, I guess. I guess.
And JG says, Jimmy, you look handsome and tidy.
What did it say? Handsome and what? Tidy?
Tidy,
Did it,
tidy.
what did it say?
Handsome and tidy.
And tidy. Okay, tidy. Okay, well, thank you. I appreciate it, JG. So,
Yes.
and me and Carissa talking about the herbal stuff that we've talked about before. We're in the middle of doing a parasite cleanse.
Oh,
So,
yeah, I've heard
yeah,
about that.
yeah, we're doing that right now. We're in our third week.
Oh my
So,
goodness. I, I
yeah.
I need I need that because I started eating pomegranate seeds. I think
Oh,
Tony
yeah.
told me to eat that. That's good for that.
Yeah. So,
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Jimmy looks
oh.
handsome and tidy. You look a little too clean cut, like too green for me. Oh my goodness. All right, guys. So I think everybody is here. Try to give everybody a few minutes to kind of, enter the chat, join us on Jimmy's channel and my channel because we're gonna kind of go all over the place a little bit. But
Yeah,
there
it's going to be.
Yeah, because I do have like a few clips and stuff like that, and a few like viral moments that the internet kind of went crazy over. The best example is Cracker Barrel logo. We're gonna get into that.
Yeah,
We're gonna get into other subjects that have to do like under the umbrella of culture wars, because
yeah,
that's really what it is, in my opinion, when this kind of stuff happens. So for me, it's about the culture. It's the attack on culture. It's the attack on Americanism and who we are supposed to be as a nation because they want to change that, in my opinion.
yeah.
They want to
Oh, absolutely.
force maybe a different culture or society rules or whatever it may be. I don't care what it is. I don't like it. I don't want it. And stop changing stuff. Okay,
Yep.
so that's just me.
Well, I think what I wanted to say first is yeah, we've been gone for 4 weeks. But
Hmm.
the other thing that's happened, and once I got into the first week of it, I was like, you know what? Let me just conduct an experiment here. And so what I did is, well, with everything else I had going on in the world, it kind of didn't have time, but it kind of worked out. But I really did not pay attention to a lot of things that were happening. And when I say that, I mean, I wasn't digging in, I wasn't going to my sources and listening to stuff. Um, and the reason why I did this is because there's so many people out there, they get so wrapped up in their lives and they have to live their life and they don't really get time to do any type of research or watch any alternative media or anything like that. So when you mention something to them, if you've been paying attention every week, looking at everything, and you mention one thing to them, they're going to be like, what are you talking about?
Hmm.
Because they don't know. And that's exactly, I mean, somebody asked me the other day, hey, Jimmy, did you hear about, well, you asked me, Jimmy, what about that meeting with Putin and Trump in Alaska? I'm like,
Alaska.
I'm like, Ruby, I don't know. I didn't pay attention.
And I don't know either. The past 3 weeks I've been moving.
Yeah. So the reason like I said, the reason I'm saying that is because what I'm going to do from here on out is I started last night, catching back up with everything so that when we come and do our show next week, it's going to be way more information, way more stuff that's happened um, and is happening in the world right now. I mean, yeah, there's a lot going on, a whole
And,
lot going
and
on.
and and to be fair, you know, both of us are YouTubers, I guess is a good title, or like we're just on the
Might as well.
internet.
Yeah.
So sometimes, to be fair, one of us or both of us might get caught up in some drama that happens on the internet, and that is distracting in itself. And
Oh,
sometimes we can get a little carried away with it or just distracted in general. So, in our community, that happened recently. As if you know, you know, if you don't, you don't. But
yeah,
something happened recently, and that was also a contributing factor to a distraction basically.
yeah,
So so
yeah.
you
I
know,
mean, so yeah, distractions happen, and that takes you away from because it'll drain your energy. It's
yeah, if you let it,
any type of distraction in your life. My dog dying was a
yeah,
distraction in my life, and it
yeah,
completely drained my energy. So
right,
any type of distractions that you're having in your life, yeah, it's going to drain your energy, and you're not going to want to be out there and doing news or hell, even your personal life, going out with friends or
mhm,
something. You're just in a low vibration. So
yeah. So things happen. It's okay. We're over it
yeah,
now. Brand new night, new day,
it's like
and
we are heading on. We are going straight down
yeah,
the field.
yeah. Just let all the noise go. Like let it die out. Let it go. Let it go. And this is why I call it a hangout session, because I
Yeah,
don't want it to become like too newsy type
right.
or maybe too political. You know what I'm saying? It's a hangout session. We're just talking, and I ask Jimmy questions, and the chat can hop on. You know what I'm saying? Like just hang out and have a great time. That's it.
Yep, I agree.
Um Okay, so Jimmy, remember when I told you that I was going to, before we get into a lot of political stuff, I wanted to ask you maybe a leading question into a comment that I screenshotted from
Okay.
someone. I'm not going to give the name, but I wanted to get your opinion slash reaction to this comment to kind
Now,
of,
when we were game planning this episode for tonight,
yeah,
you ended the conversation with, "Hey Jimmy, I got a question that I'm going to ask you, and I'm not going to tell you what it is, because I want your live reaction." I'm like,
I
"All
do.
right." So even my wife heard that conversation. She's like, "I wonder what she's going to ask you," and I'm like,
Yeah,
"I have no clue, but I have always said, ask me anything, and I'll give you my honest opinion about it if I know
good.
anything about it."
Well, it's a very personal question. That's why I wanna give you a
Oh
leading
shit!
question.
Really? Okay.
But-
All right.
Well, I mean,
Go,
yeah, because this
go
is
for it.
okay. So my leading question into this would be, when you are thinking or opinionating something, right? It could be any topic. Do you take like your race as as a factor? Like, does your race play a factor in your political stances?
Absolutely not.
Okay, good.
Yeah, absolutely not. No.
Now I'm gonna read the comment, because that's what it kind of has to do with, and I think it's
Okay.
outrageous. I think it's ridiculous as well, because I would also agree with you that I don't take my race into factor when I'm trying to get a stance or an opinion or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's not the first thing that I
No.
would take into consideration.
Okay.
But anyways, I'm glad we got that out the way, right? So it's
Okay.
on record. Jimmy does not take his race, nor do I take my race into consideration or as a determining factor when it comes to politics. So I'm
No.
going to read you
No.
this comment, okay? And then you can give, your
Okay.
reaction to it.
Okay.
So this is what it says. Quote, "It's sad, but typical that former cult members find power in harming marginalized groups. They are white, XJW, who don't care about anyone but themselves. Are we shocked? No. They felt powerless most of their lives, so instead of fighting back the evil empire like Watchtower slash Trump, they side with the fascists. Super effing weird if you ask me, but they are white people, so I'm not shocked. LOL. End quote.
What the hell?
Yeah, but
What? Okay, so
I
for the
know.
audience, this is my initial reaction. What
Yeah.
kind of word salad and what was that? No, oh my god. Okay, we're gonna have to dissect that, I guess. Are
Yeah.
you freaking kidding me?
Yes. And um I was a little shocked as well because I was
Okay,
like, um just because okay, so basically this is how I'm looking at it, that just because we are quote unquote white, because I don't even think we are, but okay, just because
okay.
we are white, that this is no shocker as to why our politics are the way they are, I guess, like why our
Have we
opinions are
ever
what.
mentioned have we ever mentioned race in this context ever in our shows?
No, I mean, I have brought up certain subjects that have to do with the race
We
war
brought up
in
certain
America.
something that was happening in the news or something. We've talked about that, yes. But
Right. Hmm.
oh my god, my head hurts. Hold
I
on.
mean,
Okay. Let's dissect. Okay. All right. Let's dissect this thing. Okay. Read the first
okay,
couple of sentences.
okay. I knew we were gonna
Hey.
have fun with this one.
Okay. All right. This is a good way to get this season 2 off to a start. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so I mean, I'll skip the first part because I don't really care about the cult comment, but
Yeah, that's just
since
stupid. In
yeah,
my opinion. Sorry, I disagree with you, but okay.
yeah, okay, so the the real message that this person is trying to convey is that, quote, they are white who don't care about anyone but themselves. Are we shocked?
My message has always been that it's us, all humans, all race, creed, color, whatever you want, us, humanity,
Mhm.
battling these forces that have been controlling all of us. Did you not hear me ever say that every one of us, black, white, Asian, Chinese, whatever, that we're all slaves right now, that we're
Mhm.
all under debt slavery?
Yeah.
So, okay, go ahead.
Um okay,
Wow,
so
this is
um
fun.
yeah, so then they make the next sentence says, they felt powerless most of their lives, so instead of fighting back the evil empire like Watchtower slash Trump, they side with the fa- fascists.
You tell me when I've ever felt powerless. I've always been able to assert myself. I've always been able to be positive about things. Um, that's a personal strong power I have. But when it comes to other people, I don't lord power over other people.
Hmm.
I just don't do that. That's just retarded.
Hmm.
And we
And
can
then the
say that word
last.
now. We can say that
Hmm.
word now.
I
Um,
never stopped saying it.
but but to say that they felt powerless. Okay, let me throw this back to that person. Okay, considering, let's just
Hmm.
hypothetically figure. Okay, let's just ballpark this. All right, this has got
Hmm.
me all riled up. All right, so all right, I'm a white guy in the
Are you?
organization. Yeah,
Are you?
I'm Italian Irish is what I am.
Okay, okay. So that was the first point that I was going to bring up,
Okay,
is whether or not we are actually white people.
yeah, yeah.
I don't consider myself white. I am not Caucasian. I am not white, in my opinion.
When anybody ever asks me, I'll be like, "Hey, I'm Italian. I'm Irish Italian." That's what I tell
Right.
them. I mean, yeah, I'm an American, but my gene,
Ethnicity. You're like an
yeah,
ethnic white, but you're not white American. You're not like Southern country white, like from America. I mean, I don't know. Your family came from other places, right? And immigrated to
exactly,
America.
exactly.
Okay, right? So I think that's fair enough to say. And I could say the same thing. Even though Puerto Rico is considered America, in reality, my family are Taino Puerto Rican,
Right.
We come in all shades. So I don't consider myself white.
Okay. So just for the sake of the comment, let's
Yeah.
draw this scenario. Okay. I'm a white guy. I was in the organization. I had privileges. I was never a ministerial servant and I was never an elder, ever.
Mhm.
But, you know, you're looked at kind of like kind of high up in the congregation, right?
Mhm.
These ex folks would say, "Oh, those brothers lorded it over everybody. They had the power." So, did I
Mhm.
have the power or did I not have the power?
It's
You
up
know,
to interpretation.
you see
And
what I'm
that's with
saying?
everything. Yeah.
So, I've never felt powerless in the sense that this person is describing. So, what was the follow up to after the powerless thing?
That hold up a second. Super effing weird if you ask me, but they are white people, so I am not shocked.
Yeah, that's okay. Go ahead. Yeah, whatever.
Well, yeah, I mean, this was it was funny, and I knew that it would get you, it would get us in the mood to
Yeah, get us
start.
fired up. Okay, thank you for doing that. We were looking for an intro for the season.
Yeah, because I think it is ridiculous to say something like that, to even think like that about other people. Um,
Wow.
because in my opinion, I wouldn't look at somebody else and say, "Oh yeah, well they're black, so not shocking at all." You know what I'm saying? Like,
That would be like me saying, okay, when the riots break out and you
mhm,
see everybody looting,
mhm.
what does the news normally show you when everybody's looting? What? I hate to go here, but we're going to have to. What race do they show on TV that is doing the most looting?
Same thing with the police stuff. What race of cop are they always showing when it comes to a story that somebody's civil rights were violated? They
Yeah,
always
exactly.
play they always play that game, but
So,
we don't play that game.
yeah, so the media is the one that is pushing the race card. So I would say to this commenter, quit watching mainstream media and go back and watch our shows. And if you can find proof that we are, as you described in your comment, please bring it to our attention and we will address it.
Yeah,
Because I'll tell you right now, you're not going to find it.
mhm. And just for the record, I I don't think we are white people. I would say that Jimmy's Italian and I'm Puerto Rican. And we have a wide variety of ideas and opinions that have nothing to do specifically with race. I mean, I do
Yeah.
have opinions about race.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
said
I
it
got
before
opinions.
on
I
the
got
show.
opinions.
Exactly. Like I can have an opinion about something, but I'm not going to play the game that the media plays when it comes to different races and to get angry over it. No, I don't do that.
I've never had a racist bone in my body ever. And
I
I'll have to give some credit to the former organization I was in that they now on the surface, okay, they were all about, love all races. Now, I'm not talking about what they did in the 30s and all that. I'm just telling you what I saw, what I grew up with. I didn't grow
Mhm.
up with racist stuff around me. I've lived in foreign countries. I've interacted with foreign individuals from many, many different countries. And
Yeah.
so I've never had, and in the job that I have, I talk to everybody and I treat everybody the same way. So, yeah, I'll go on record. Jimmy never had a racist bone in his body.
it's just stupid. But sometimes I
Yeah.
love the stupid, so I bring
Well,
it up to
it
just
got us started.
yeah, exactly. I mean, and that's majority of America, unfortunately, is whenever they look at something, the first thing that they look at is race, then comes gender, then comes age, but they claim not to be any one of those things, not racist, not ageists, not
That's all.
sexist.
That's all product of the brainwashing and conditioning that everyone has experienced through the mainstream media, through the school systems, through
Right.
college education, and things like that. That's part of the brainwashing. And
Yeah,
and what does that do? That divides people. And and
exactly.
and who have we learned that wants to divide the people? The ones that want to control everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
So
But I like Steen's comment here. He says, I'm not racist. I hate everyone. And I would
yeah,
agree with that 1,000%.
yeah, yeah. What are the comments saying? What are they?
Yes.
What's their
Um,
reaction?
Most of them kind of were along the same lines of everything that we just said. Jane says, I think all American people are mixed in racial backgrounds from different countries.
Yeah,
Thrifty says, I enjoy the different viewpoints offered in the corner and that anyone is welcome to express themselves on the stage.
correct.
Leonard says, I never heard you mention race in the chat.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Okay. So that was a great reaction, Jimmy.
Okay.
I was expecting that because just to clear the air if anybody was confused uh, about that. um, it kind of leads into my next clip. If anybody remembers, the American Eagle jeans ad was being slammed as Nazi propaganda. You see, another thing that the left does is that just because she's white, blonde, and blue eyed, all of a sudden it's Nazi.
Yep.
So this happened recently that it went viral that this ad was considered racist.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has her genes.
You guys are complaining about that Sydney Sweeney jeans ad, so I went and saw it. That's Nazi propaganda. Wow. I thought it was going to be like kind of bad. That's going to be in history books.
Should we be surprised that a company whose name is literally American Eagle is making fascist propaganda like this? Probably not, but it's still really shocking. Like, a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman is talking about her good genes. Like, that is Nazi propaganda.
Genes are
All right, guys, let me know how you feel about that in the comments. Do
Wow.
you agree or disagree with the idea that this ad was Nazi propaganda? Or if you think that this is racist in some type of way?
Okay, so I want to ask real quick, Ruby. You've known me a little over a year now. What am I thinking at the moment? When I start rubbing my head like this, it's like, jeez, make it go away.
But you see, this is the unrelenting political corner where we talk about everything, even if it's uncomfortable or tedious or ridiculous or retarded. Okay. But I want to
Okay,
know how you guys feel about it. Go ahead,
so
Jimmy.
so as a marketing campaign, let's go there first, okay? Because I'm in marketing.
Mhm.
That was a great marketing ad as far as you want to take the usage of the words.
Mhm.
Okay. So they have a gene company. All right.
Mhm.
And then they show a blonde hair, blue eyed. Okay. Let's give it to her. She's a bombshell.
Mhm.
Okay. And they use the word genes, Genes, that she has good genes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's just a great marketing thing right there, as far as the words are concerned and everything. All right. So that's pretty
Mm-hmm.
cool that they did that. A lot of people, they don't think about that. They think that the only focus was, oh, this is Nazi and she has good genes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But if you ask anybody that grew up in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and the commercials, didn't you see a lot of blonde hair, blue eyed women on commercials back then? All over. I mean, hell, what was her name? Hold on. The Pepsi can. Cindy Crawford.
Okay.
Now, if you would have put Cindy Crawford from the 80s
Mm-hmm.
into this ad today and it said Cindy had good genes, would you be saying the same thing about Cindy Crawford because you didn't do it in the 80s?
Good point.
So, again, this whole that's a Nazi commercial, blah, blah, Nazi propaganda. That is bullcrap. They are trying to make something out of something that there's not, in my opinion.
Wow, I had to look it up because I don't really know who that person is, but wow, she's really pretty.
Yeah, she was hot.
Wow.
And, you know, oh my God. It's just, yeah,
So
go
let me
ahead.
see what the comment says. Okay, so let me scroll up. Let's see. Thrifty says, I felt the American Eagle ad is not appropriate to represent domestic violence awareness. DV is not sexy. I didn't get that vibe from this ad though.
Whoa,
Was it?
whoa, whoa. Repeat that again.
She said, I felt the American Eagle ad is not appropriate to represent domestic violence awareness. But I don't think that's what this was about. I think Thrifty's
What is that?
misunderstanding.
What is that? Yeah, what is,
I know the ad was about genes as her biological genes and her
yeah,
genes as in clothing genes.
yeah.
So I don't know where the DV came from, Thrifty. You're gonna have to let me know.
Yeah, yeah. Help us understand where you're coming from on that because I've seen nothing about
DV. Yeah,
the
I haven't
TV.
heard that. Beverly says I disagree. Jane
Okay.
says pure BS.
What?
She says pure BS. That's what
Okay.
Jane says.
Okay.
Um, Thrifty says, second, the ad was tested extensively by AI before release and made to be controversial as possible. American Eagle sales were down and they need a comeback.
Okay. Well, if a
And
company if a company needs to boost its sales, what better way to get sales, create a controversy? I mean,
and yeah,
that's
I guess so.
that's that happens.
All right. Jerica says that was a nice ad. I didn't see anything wrong. It was the other ad I found more disturbing. Oh, I didn't know there was another one. So you're gonna have to let me know, Jerica.
Yeah, what other ad?
Okay. Let's see. Dallas says pure BS as well. James says it upset people because the white supremacy is trending now. Yeah, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of
Yeah.
it of white supremacy. Majority of America are white anyways. So it's like what like what's the problem now? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
tired point.
They want you to focus on the ad and create drama conversations and stuff about the ad to mask what they're really trying to get people to do.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
so they want people to talk about the ad and not the fact that, hey, we need to push this agenda because we know that it's going to divide the people, and what better way to do that than create some issue with this ad.
Yep. Steen says, I have so much to say, but Ruby should get a strike. That's funny. That is funny. Um, Let me see. Oh, Thrifty says the jeans have the domestic violence butterfly on the back pocket, and the proceeds go towards the helpline to help people in crisis. Okay, I didn't know that.
Oh, I did. Like I said, I've been out of the loop for 3 or 4 weeks,
Hmm. Hmm.
but I did see the butterfly thing on there. And
Mm.
in my mind, I was like, why was there a butterfly on the back of her jeans? And I didn't
Okay,
look
so that's
and
what
I
it
didn't
was.
look it, but something did catch my eye about that.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's interesting. And I
Hmm.
have to look more into that, into the butterfly stuff and see
Okay,
because
cool. So write that down.
really, I mean, who was behind putting I know American Eagle, they say
Right.
American Eagle, but who specifically was behind this whole ad? And then I would look
Mhm.
and find out, okay, what connections does that person have with what is that person's connections? And then I would go from
Mhm.
there.
Okay.
So
So that's a rabbit hole that you're gonna,
that's interesting. Let me
yeah.
write that down. Let me write that down.
Write that down because I would love to hear your opinion and perspective on it. And I didn't even know that that was a reference to domestic violence helpline or whatever. But that's what Thrifty was saying. She said that it was kind of
Okay.
inappropriate to
All right.
to have the two of those together.
That's
I mean,
interesting.
yeah,
Thank you, Thrifty. Thank you, Thrifty. I'll look into that.
yeah. Let's see. I'm looking through your comments, guys, so I'm loving the interaction. Okay, yeah, Jane says that she didn't know that. Good grief, so many double meanings of
Yeah.
colors and symbols. No idea on butterfly means domestic violence. Yeah, I didn't know that either.
See, that's the
Okay.
other thing. That's the other thing we got to remember too. And I'm really glad Thrifty brought this up because, they always have some type of symbolism in everything.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to find the symbolism. So that was a good catch on her part. That's interesting. I'll look that up.
Yep. Okay, kind of cool. So now that we're on this topic, there are a few more points on on the topic of race in America. So recently, and I spoke to you about this already. Does anybody remember how viral it went recently about this? It's called Return to the Land in Arkansas, Ozark Mountains. There's a group of people that have opted to buy some land and only have white people live in this particular community. So I'm going to play the clip and then I want to hear all of your opinions in the chat. Get ready to start typing because this is going to get crazy.
No Jews, no gays. High up in the Ozark Hills in the state of Arkansas, dozens of people have been working hard, building houses and a new type of community. It's called Return to the Land, and it is a town open to white people only. They are millennials and Gen Z, and this is a new update of age-old prejudice.
What we've done here is establish a place where we have control over who our neighbors are, and that is just for the sake of preserving, our culture.
And that culture effectively was saying, this is a white culture, a whites only place.
White American culture.
But what this sounds like is bringing back segregation. Is that a fair assessment?
It's free association. So we're not trying to keep other people down. This is a small settlement in the middle of the Ozarks.
But they are being kept out, even
you don't let everyone into your home.
Around 40 people live here. Hundreds more from across the world have paid to be members. And while the men do the physical labor, the women take care of the children who live here full time. It could be a very loving community if you're part of the community, but if you're black, if you're Jewish, or if you're gay, you can't be part of that community.
They can have their own communities, and they already do.
You might be wondering how any of this can be legal. Return to the Land is structured as a private members association, which they believe allows them to discriminate on the basis of ethnicity, along with other factors. That has yet to be tested in the courts and may well fail. The Arkansas Attorney General has said his office is now reviewing the matter as a result of our reporting, and that there is no room for racial discrimination in Arkansas or anywhere in a free society.
All right, guys. So let me know in the comments. How do you feel about that clip? I mean, in the beginning, it kind of cut off, but basically it said no gays, no blacks, no, I guess, Spanish people, no Hispanics, no, um, no nothing, basically. They control and approve who they want to live in the community. And basically, it's like an all white town.
So, doesn't the Amish already do this?
Okay. Yeah, thank you, because I was gonna go that route as well. There
Don't they
are
already do
other
this?
communities that do the exact same thing, except Amish, I guess, is a religious excuse, I guess, that they
Okay.
kind of
But, I mean,
put it
they could
within
look at.
themselves.
All right. Can just anybody? And they said this was. They said it had membership, right?
Yeah,
There
so you
was
gotta
membership.
pay. Yeah, you gotta pay to be there. You gotta apply and
Okay.
then have to pay to, like, live there.
Okay. So members have to be approved, right?
Right.
All right. How do you get into the Bohemian Grove? Don't you have to be a member of that?
Well, I don't know what that is yet. So, I'm still a
That's
baby here.
okay.
So,
All right. Okay. So we need to talk about the Bohemian Grove sometime because that's all. That's all.
write that down. Write that
Yeah,
down
yeah,
because
I
I
know.
don't know.
Yeah, you don't know about the Bohemian Grove?
I mean,
Anyway, okay.
I've heard of
All right,
it, but
all right. Well, let's get back on topic. But
hmm
I'm thinking, just initial reaction. I think the areas, LA, South LA, Compton, weren't they all proud of this is our block and this is only people, it's only black people that live here and all that. I know they don't have a membership, but I think they kind of,
that's the difference. It's kind of like,
I think they screen people who may want to move. I don't know. I don't know on that one, but there's so many different communities out there that it's just one type of people. Amish, the
right,
hood,
but
the
this is
South.
different because
Okay.
they are basically discriminating against race or orientation, which is
Okay.
already a law that you're not supposed to do that, right?
Okay.
They're basing the application process on that, on your race, your orientation, and basically, you can only be there if you're white.
See, I don't like that concept because that's just, again, going back to the whole racial thing that we started off with. Really, I mean,
Exactly.
I'm sure they're trying to secure that. They're thinking they're securing their heritage. Um, I think it's a little. I think personally, it's a little extreme to be doing the whole application and basing membership on your race or whatever. If you want,
Okay.
if we
Now,
look at that route, that's kind of wrong.
okay. And before I go to the comments, because I see a bunch of people are already, tapping in, there is a difference in my opinion, whereas they bought the land and they are taking full control over it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not from the government. It's not, you know, to me, it's different if it's your land, your rules, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, I'll tell you this. Okay, let's just speak it. I've got my land. I paid for this land,
right, right,
and my neighbors they all bought their land.
exactly. Hmm.
All right, and we have all agreed that if anything ever hit the fan,
Hmm.
we've got a couple of bridges that we'd go ahead and take out, and we would limit who is coming into our area.
Something like that. Yeah, because they own the land, they get to decide who comes and lives next to them. It's I think it's just about control, basically. It's about control, and people don't like it when control or power in their perception is in the wrong hands. In that opinion, like, I could understand
Or,
that perspective.
or are they upset because these people are wanting to take their power back over their land
Hmm.
Versus like with the border, you leave the border wide open. You don't know who's coming in your country. You should screen them. You should vet them. Like if somebody comes to your front door, you're going to screen them. You're going to vet them.
Right.
You're going to look back and oh no, I don't want to answer the door for that person because of this because of XYZ.
Right. Now,
So
remember
this is
now
why
before
I like my hold on. This is why I
uh
like my note because I don't read the comments. So
yeah.
I don't have the comments swaying my reaction right now.
Yeah, I know. This is why I love it live. I love it live, and I'm gonna get to their comments in a minute because there's a couple of good ones.
Okay.
But also, just remember in the back of your head how the news media outlet portrayed the story in a very negative light, and we already know that this is what they do because I'm going to show you another clip from CNN that describes the exact same concept, but now it's an all black community. And
Roll the
now I'm
clip.
going to show you how they spoke about this story.
You hear that? That is the sound of freedom.
Feels really amazing. I cry every time I come here.
Why were these two women interested in the prospect of buying a town in the first place?
We needed to create a space and a place where we could be a village again, a tribe again.
So Renee and Ashley reached out to family and friends, and together they bought what they intend to name Freedom, Georgia, a new black city. The owners hosted the Big Black Campout over Labor Day weekend. Supporters drove in from across the country.
That is our vision, and to be able to pass this land down to my children and to the children that are represented by each of our 19 families as a piece of legacy. We're hoping to create legacy.
Do they have a
That
membership
is the
Do they
sound.
have a membership application?
They didn't even mention it. They didn't even mention that part. But
Yeah,
this is the sound of freedom. Okay. But then when we did the white town, they didn't
wow.
they did not
Ruby,
portray it like that.
you know what? Let me give you a hand clap on that one
Uh-huh.
for showing one way and then showing the other way. That was pretty good. That was really good.
This is why I do what I do because I see this stuff by myself, right? And I
Right.
would have the most conflicting ideas about this. And I'm like, where can I go to talk about this stuff? And I'm like, I'm going to have to create my own show because this is exactly what bothers me when I see stuff like this.
So it's not cool for as far as the news and the way they're reporting it. It's not cool for the white people to do this.
Right.
And oh well, and you got to have an application and a membership and all this. But on the others news story, they mentioned zero negative,
Nothing negative.
nothing zero,
Absolutely
nothing
nothing.
negative, nothing negative.
Nope.
It was all positive. Oh, we want to pass this down to our next
It's a
generation.
legacy. It's a
Yeah,
legacy. But if the exact same people said the exact same thing and they were white, all of a sudden it's wrong and racist to say, I want to build a legacy for my children to inherit this.
wow.
Wow.
Definitely showing the difference in media, showing media bias there and manipulation into the minds of the
Exactly.
people. Because
Mhm.
you'll have somebody watch the black segment and never see the white segment, and they'll think that that's the greatest thing.
And
But
also keep in mind these two stories are years apart. They're years
are they really?
apart. Yes, because the white story was more recent, that happened this year, and somebody on Twitter reshared the black story and was reminding people online like, hey, don't forget, CNN did this story, but when they went to do the Ozark story, all of a sudden it was so bad and so wrong that these white people were doing this.
So it's basically the media coming in and stirring the pot, right?
Like they always do.
Like they always do.
Like they always do. And this is why
Wow.
I started the whole conversation first with that stupid racist comment about us, because it shows you from point A to point B to point C how all these videos and comments come together. And now everybody already saw how we definitively said we do not form our opinions on race. But when we see videos like this, it 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 makes me feel weird and awkward because I don't view it like that, right?
The only thing that I've ever heard you say, as far as you've said, why can't we have our own little communities? You know, you said
And
that before, right?
remember, I talked about this in season
Yes,
one when I was uh, just
and,
spitballing my ideas about segregation.
and you were in support of. Correct me if I'm wrong. You had no problem with, hey, if you want to be black and have a community, go have your community. If you want to be, you
Exactly.
were, yeah, and you said if you want to
Yes.
be white, you said that.
Yes, I
So
did.
I don't really. I mean, if you take the spin out of it from the media, you take the spin out of it. I'm
Yes.
sorry. If I buy land or if I go in with a group of people and I buy land, you damn right we are going to have some type of screening process of who comes into our property or into our land. And if we wanted to make
Yes.
it a little town, we're going to screen who comes into the town.
And I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Like I said in season one, what if and I didn't even know that these communities actually exist. You know what I'm saying? Like
I didn't either.
I said in that video that I didn't come up with this idea on my own. This is the crazy stuff I see on the internet. Okay. And I said, hey, what if we did have our own community? Hispanics, you know,
Yeah,
Asians, whites, blacks. And what if we lifted our own communities ourselves? You know what I'm saying? Like, did not need help from the government at all. No subsidies, no support from the government because I'm anti-government, but just our communities ourselves. What's so wrong about that?
yeah, you said that.
I did, and I was kind of in support of it. And then I see videos like this, and I'm like, you see, people are actually doing it. But what does the media say? What does the media do? That it's okay for black people to do that, and it's not racist. But on the Ozark Mountains, it is bad and racist for white people to do the exact same thing.
Boom, boom. What do the comments say? Wow.
Yes, let's go to the comments really
We
quickly
just,
because
we
I
just,
want to hear you
we
guys.
just, you just exposed the hell out of mainstream media.
Yes, I kind of did in a very
Yep,
short period of time when it comes to race because there's different wars out here. Jimmy says information war, we say
yep,
culture war, we say
yep,
race wars. There
yep.
there's even a war over parental control
Oh yeah,
and the school system. So there's many wars that we are dealing with, and this is just one of them. So
yep.
that's what I wanted to show. Okay, let's go to the comments. Wild Wall said, for me to Google American Eagle butterfly on jeans meeting real fast and read the first paragraph. But when I did that, all it said was that the butterfly on the back pocket of the jeans is a symbol of domestic violence awareness as part of the Sydney Jean Collection. So that's the actress. I mean, she's not an actress, she's a singer. So she partnered with American Eagle and she partnered with the DV to include that in the campaign. So I don't know if Wild Wall was referencing that, but that's all I can get out of it.
Okay.
XJW whistleblower preacher's daughter. Wow. Is in the chat. This person says, good evening. Thank you guys for not giving up. Yes, symbology is very important. Well,
Mm-hmm.
welcome to the chat. Illegal immigrant just entered the chat. He's late. Okay, he's late. Um, okay, let's see. I'm scrolling down. John Marciano says, term whites only reminds me of the West Bank and Palestine slash Israel going on now. I mean, that's a whole different story.
That's a yeah.
That's a
There's a lot
whole
going on, and we'll get into that in the upcoming weeks. There's a lot going on there.
Okay, so Jane says, don't Mormons have that and Amish folk owning space and shopping malls? Okay, exactly that. Exactly that. Mormons have basically taken over the whole state of Utah, I've heard, and Amish have their own community. What about the Orthodox Jewish community in New York specifically? Because that's where I remember seeing them. They owned blocks of Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
they have owned streets, businesses. They only hire themselves, they only let themselves into that religion. So not only is it a religious problem, it's now an ethnic problem, like a racial problem. I don't play those games. We are American through and through, period. That's it.
Wow.
That's it, in my opinion. You're American. But, anyways, yes, Jane, you are right. Rebecca says, what the heck is white American culture? All of us have different cultures and traditions, and still America.
Yeah.
Okay. But, okay. To Rebecca's point, it's not about the race. It's just American culture. Like I just said, it's just American. That's it. That's it. I don't care what color or what ethnicity you come from. Once you come over here and you are an American, you're an American. That's it. That's it.
I tell you, I just can't get over the difference in the reporting on the media on these two stories.
Are you stuck? You're stuck on that? How crazy that
Well,
was?
I'm stuck on that because I feel like that's the bigger issue here.
Of course it is. But this has been going on for years. I mean,
Oh
you
yeah,
guys are older than me, so you know this. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? I'm looking at this from a 29-year-old new, politically new eyes, and I can't even believe it that this is just going on and nobody does anything or says anything.
That's crazy.
Yep. All right, let's see. JG says, I'm a bit disturbed by this. I've always thought that bad things happen in isolated and closed communities. Maybe not. But you see, this is what goes down to. Remember when we had that conversation about freedoms and rights? It is their freedom to have an isolated and closed community, but is it a right?
I mean, I
And
guess yeah. I guess it would depend on the type. I mean, because you have. Okay, I keep going back to the Amish. Okay,
hmm
that's kind of a closed community, right?
yeah,
And there's not real. I mean, we don't know. I mean, I don't think there's murder issues and all that. All that stuff. I don't think that's there in that community. But you could have somebody that wanted to start a sex cult, and yeah, that could be that have a community there. Yeah, that could be a problem. It just, I guess, just depends on who's running the community. I guess I don't know.
exactly. And outside people looking in, they don't like it when it's white people, but they love it when it's black people. For some reason, I don't know
That's
what that is, but for some reason that's just the way it is.
creating division.
Exactly. I like Rosie's comment. She says, aren't there 55 plus communities and no kids allowed? Exactly. Now, is that ageism that kids are not allowed in a 55 plus community?
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly right. I would say the exact same talking points when it comes to a situation like this.
Hmm.
Now, do
That
you
was a good
think the
point. That was a
government?
good point on the. That was a good point on the older communities. That was a good point.
It really was, Rosie. Good one, because I used to always say those things in the back of my head. Like I would never verbalize that, but I've always had an issue with that. Like this community is so pretty and I want to live there. Oh, I can't live there because I have kids and this is only for 55 and over. What? But do you think
Mm.
the government should get involved? You see, that's another issue. I would
I
say
I don't think
absolutely
the
not.
government should get involved at all with it.
Not at all. Just let it happen organically. If it
Yeah.
works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Let it
Yeah.
fall or let it rise. Let the market decide.
Yeah.
We let them, they put their money into it. Let them deal with it and the problems that come with it and the blessings that come with it.
I'm gonna tell you that from personal experience. Back when I first started selling insurance in 95, 96, in that area, I worked in a county down in North Carolina called Robinson County. Now I've mentioned this before, but there was one little town, and actually, that county is where all the Lumbee Indians, well, the majority of the Lumbee Indians are. And the one little town that I did a lot of work in was Pembroke. And in Pembroke, that is a Lumbee town. And one of the rules that they had was, well, it was kind of an unspoken rule. It said, if you are white and you are in Pembroke, it would be best to get out of Pembroke by 9 o'clock in the summer. So at the time, I'm 22, 23, 24 years old. I'm hearing this that, hey, if you're a white person, you better be out of Pembroke by 9 o'clock. And so it was like they really didn't like the white folks in Pembroke. However, myself, I worked every road in that county, knocked on all the doors in that county or that in that town to sell insurance because that's what I was there for. They would respect folks that were, in business. They would treat you with respect. But if they didn't want anything, they tell you no. But it got to a point that I wrote up so many people, made so many friends that there's a couple of times where I was the only white person in Pembroke after 9 o'clock, hanging out with all the Lumbees.
Yeah, I know. I remember you telling us that story.
Yeah. So are the Lumbees going to get bad rap because they don't want white people in there after 9 o'clock?
Yeah,
there's
I
not.
mean, it's the exact same thing. It's just different people. Now,
Wow.
are you gonna have fake outrage or outrage just because of the race? It's the
Yeah.
same
Am I going to
concept.
go? Yeah. Exactly.
So, I mean, Becky says it right here in the comments. She says, "Yeah, can't be living on a reservation if you're not native."
There you
So
go.
just because I'm not Native American, I can't live on a reservation. Who said I'm not Native American? Once again, I was born here, right? Okay, so now we're gonna have different guidelines of who's more American than who's more Native than who.
Wow. Wow. Okay, so we are an hour and 15 minutes into the show so far. What do y'all think? Are you glad we're back?
On such a heavy note, I'm sorry, guys, but this is what I see on my algorithm. I'm sorry. Um,
That's crazy.
Lisa says that would be such a boring neighborhood. I love living in a diverse neighborhood. So you see, in Lisa's
Yeah.
situation, you have the freedom to live wherever you want. That's a freedom. And that's where I say I love freedom. I love America because you can do both.
I tell you what, it was kind of cool because when I was living in Robinson County, I lived in an apartment building, and there was four apartments in this building. I was on the bottom left one. On the bottom right was a bunch of Hispanics, and I loved it because I ate like a king on the weekends because they'd be working. It was like a bunch of guys, like six guys, that lived in this apartment together, and we're talking this is in 94, 95, and I was single at the moment, so I didn't. They cooked, and it was great. I loved having those neighbors.
All right,
So yeah,
guys. So I'm just
I don't have a problem with a diverse neighborhood at all. I don't have a problem living in an all white neighborhood. Hell, I could live in a black neighborhood. It wouldn't bother me if they'd let me in.
I mean, exactly. But I think the only issue with this whole idea is those discrimination laws. And
Yeah,
when did that come into place?
right.
I mean, before the 60s, that didn't really exist. those conversations didn't really exist. It was probably happening, but
Yeah, I
they've
think it was
made it into a law.
yeah. And you got. I mean, I don't know if a lot of people have looked this story up. Of there was Black Wall Street, um, and that was specifically designed for the African Americans to be able to, invest their money and stuff like that. So I think that was like in the 20s and
Yep.
30s, if I'm
Yep.
correct.
And it got
But
destroyed.
and it got destroyed. Why did it get destroyed? Who destroyed it?
Exactly.
Why would they want it
Exactly.
destroyed?
Exactly. And that's when I had my I woke up. I woke up again when I learned about that.
That's crazy.
Yeah. All right, guys. So I have another clip of this guy. I think I don't know if he's a politician in Japan or something, but he says something very very interesting. So I'm going to play it for you and then you let me know how you feel about it.
All right.
日本の政治は日本人がやるんだ。多民族国家にするつもりはありません。ね、日本の政治は日本人がやります。いいですか？はい。もちろん外国の方に来てもらって一緒に働いてもらうのはいいでしょう。しかし日本の政治は日本人がやるんだ。だから皆さんね、ちゃんと選挙に行きましょうね。今どんどん外国の方増えてますからね、外国人参政権は我々反対ですけど、でも与えるとかいうことも出てます。ですからしっかりと日本人が政治に参加することが大事です。
All right. Hey, the screen is small for me, so I don't know what he's saying.
Okay, so I'll
I
read
wasn't in Japan long enough to get all that.
Okay, so let me read to you what he says.
Okay.
He says no foreign rule in Japan. And then he says we have no intention of becoming a multi-ethnic nation.
Okay.
Japanese politics is for the Japanese to handle. Is that clear? Of course, it's fine for foreign people to come and work together with us. But still, Japanese politics must be done by the Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, everyone, let's go vote properly. The number of foreign residents is increasing rapidly. We are against foreign suffrage. But there are parties that support it. That's why it is essential for Japanese citizens to participate in politics. All right.
I agree 100% with what he said.
I do too. So let me know in the
100%.
chat, guys, if you agree or disagree with this. I think he is running. He sounds like he's running. It sounded like a speech kind of a thing. So now let's reverse exactly what he just said, that Japanese politics are for the Japanese, which I totally agree with.
Totally agree.
Now let's put the American. Let's take out Japan and Japanese. Let's put American. American politics is
Actually, go ahead
for.
and read it. Read it again. Play it again.
Okay.
And when he says, say American.
Okay. No foreign rule in America. We have no intention of becoming a multi-ethnic nation.
Okay, that
American
right there.
politics.
Okay, that we got to scratch that one out because we are okay. Go ahead.
We only have to scratch it out is because America has already been destroyed by the acceptance of multi-ethnic cultural
Ah, good
groups in
point.
America.
Good point. That's a good point.
Okay, because if
Fair.
it was never for the open immigration policies that America had, we wouldn't even have these issues. But I
True.
digress.
True. True.
Okay.
True.
So the next sentence: American politics is for the Americans to handle. Of course, it is fine for foreign people to come and work together with us. But American politics must be done by the Americans. We are against foreign suffrage. Okay, I think we get the point, right? We
Yeah, we get the point. Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
Huh.
now that you heard it with the American word put in there, how do you feel?
Again, agree with it 100%.
Exactly right, which is and it already exists. This ideology already exists and it's called America first.
You could use any country in that. You could say that our politics are for the people of Niger, or our politics are for the people of Yemen, or you could put any country in there, and I would agree with it.
Exactly. But then you know what the haters are gonna say, and I'm not talking about anybody in I'm not talking about any one person specifically, but just haters in general. What they're going to say is, well, what is an American? Define what an American is. What is American culture? What is Americanism? And that, you see, that right there is when I do not argue with people, nor do I explain myself. Because if you
Yeah,
don't know the answers to that, then you shouldn't be talking about or arguing about politics to begin with. You're not ready for the conversation if you don't know what an American is.
and American culture is very diverse. I mean, the cultures that the South have are totally different than what they may do up in Wisconsin and Minnesota. And they're different than what folks do in the North. I mean, it's a diverse culture. So you can't answer, what is American culture, because it's, well, you can answer it, but you're going to get a lot of answers for it, because there's a lot of different things that people do to define their culture in the areas they live in.
And like I said before, that's modern America because we've had open immigration policies, which, if you've been watching me for a long time, you would already know that I'm anti immigration, legal or illegal. So I don't really care. So that's a modern issue, okay? Because when you get down to the basics, the people who created America to begin with, they all came from Great Britain, okay? So that's kind of like down to the basics.
Yeah,
And anything that came after that, those were policies, whether they took care of our border or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, it depended on who the president was,
right.
basically. But to be an American, everybody knows what the founding principles of what America is. Everybody knows what
Yeah,
that is.
yeah,
And if
I'll
you
agree with that. Yeah,
don't, you're not ready for the conversation. Okay.
gotcha.
All right. So now I'm gonna shift gears. We haven't
What's the
really
comment say?
spoken.
What's the comment saying about
Oh,
this?
sorry guys, I almost forgot about the comment section. Let's see. Jane says, I heard if work in Japan, you get a visa, but better know their laws and speak their language.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. Which is the same exact expectations that I have. If you're going to come to my country, you better speak English. You better get your visa if you're here to work or for school. And when your
And
time is up, go back home.
let me add on to that. One thing that I did catch while we were out is, if someone doesn't do that, assimilate to American language and being able to read, you can kill somebody, because it just happened in Florida. You had a trucker who was of Indian descent and could
Hmm.
not read. See if you can find this. See if there's a clip on it. Could not
Yep.
read the signs in English, caused an accident, and killed 3 Americans.
Listen, as soon as I
And the right
saw that happen,
and the right
go ahead.
report and the right report has given many more examples of the same thing, where why it's so important for people to be able to speak English and read English. And yeah, he talked about this whole thing and why it's so important, because it can cost lives.
Okay, let me see if this is the right story because I literally saw this. He made an illegal U-turn and the car was coming. It killed 3 people. Let me
And
see.
so there was no U-turn sign in that whole thing. He didn't know what that sign was. Yeah, see if you can find. Yeah, see if you can find something on that to back up what I'm saying here.
Yeah, what? Let me see. Okay, yeah, I think I did find it. Let me share my screen with you.
All right, what's the source?
USA Today, Florida, St. Lucie County. And then the title says Florida Turnpike Crash, How Migrant Truck Driver Got a Commercial Driver's License. And then it says his
Yeah.
name here. I don't even know how to pronounce it. But it says his legal status spurred the latest immigration debate among Trump, Florida, and California. But here's what his records and the law say. Okay, so the article says he was accused of making an illegal U-turn. No, he did make an illegal
He did
U-turn.
make it.
He did make it. Okay.
Accused of. He did make it. Yeah.
Uh-huh. On a Florida turnpike and left 3 people dead. Let's see. His immigration status has taken this Treasure Coast crash to the national spotlight. He is a native of India, entered the U.S. illegally from Mexico in 2018. That's all I need to know, really. That's really all I need to know. But
So the
if
question
you are
is, if he,
interested, yeah.
and he didn't know English, how did he get a license? Isn't there a test you got to pass? Isn't there something you got to do?
Yes, you got to take a CDL test. You got to go to school for it. You have to take the test. Now,
So if he couldn't read English, who gave him a license?
well, it says right here, the White House blamed California, where he lives, for allowing him to obtain a commercial driver's license, calling it a so-called sanctuary state. However, the Trump administration acknowledged that he had a federal work permit. He applied for asylum in 2018 and received working status in 2021 under the Biden administration, according to the Department of Homeland Security. All right. So if you guys are interested in this story, definitely look it up. I think the most recent update was that he was already extradited to, back to Florida, and DeSantis said that he is going to throw the book at him. That was the last I heard about that.
Wow. So entered the country illegally. Okay. Got it.
Seeking asylum, and within what, 2 to 3 years he got his CDL without knowing the language that well. I mean, I don't know. Did you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like it's triggering. It's triggering.
Wow. Okay. Jesus. What are the comments saying?
Let's see. John Marciano says probably deported. Well, nope. He is already back in Florida, and they are going to. Let's see what happens, because that's all I know. That I saw DeSantis make a comment about that, and Marco Rubio also said something about it. So
Interesting.
yeah, he's probably gonna go away for a
Let's
very
just
long
say
time.
those 3 Americans that died should not have died. They should still be living their lives.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So once again, when you ask me, not you specifically, but when people ask me, well, what radicalized you? Why does Ruby have these such crazy ideas? And it's not just me. It's like
No.
90% of the whole country feels exactly the way I do when we hear these types of stories. And then a little light bulb goes off and says, you know what? I don't care if he was illegal. I don't even want the legal ones. I just want these people to continue living their lives, because they would still be alive today if it wasn't for X, Y, and Z.
Wow. Well, speaking of illegal immigrants, one thing I did know that the Abrego de Garcia guy, the quote Maryland man, he was taken into custody by ICE. He is, he got charges of human trafficking. There's the whole story about him getting stopped by a cop and having 8 people in his car. They had no luggage and language barriers and all that. So the cops, they viewed that as a human trafficking incident. So that's his biggest charge. Trump has given him a choice on where he wants to go. Does he want to go to Honduras or does he want to go to Uganda? So he's going to be out of this country. So
Oh, whoa.
that's the latest
Wow.
update on that. I think it was if he admitted his guilt. Okay, this is low confidence information right here. I'd have to double check. I want to make sure I preface that. But something was said that if he pleaded guilty and avoided trial, he's still going to serve time, but he gets to pick where he gets to go, or
okay.
or cushy, or something like that. But anyway, he's got a choice of where he's going to be spending a little time.
Okay, so if you find any more information about that, I guess you could bring it next week.
Give an update
If you want to
on
give an
that.
update, yeah, give an update.
I've
And I'll
started a
see.
list now called. I started a list now called homework.
Yeah, and I'll also see if I could find out an update about the
Abrego
Florida.
Garcia update. All right. Okay.
Thrifty says, say what you will about Garcia. It's wrong to dump illegals and criminals in Uganda. It's not fair to the people of Uganda who now have to deal with our problem. I agree.
I would say unless he's going to a prison in Uganda and the Uganda government and the United States government, unless they had a deal, that he's like they kind of had with El Salvador. He said, hey, you can give me your folks, but pay me. I'm just throwing a number out there, folks. Give me $5,000 a head for this individual. So there could be something going on behind the scenes. I don't think he's going. Again, I'll do an update, but I don't think he's going to be going just into the communities. I think he's going to prison in Uganda.
Right. Okay. Well, Beverly says federal judge has halted his deportation.
Of course they have.
Dehydrated nurse says he refused to plead guilty. So I think this is the guy we're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. Okay, I think we caught up with the comments.
See, this is what I like about our show and the reason why we like the live chat, because it's like we're all learning. We're learning from each other.
Yes, that's exactly what I want.
I like that. Because there might be something I say, and somebody, Jimmy, you need to correct that. This is what really happened. I'm like, oh, okay, thanks. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And sometimes it may or may not come across as if we know everything. Like I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But here is where this is a round table type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody is here together and we all kind of chip in,
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna shift a gear here because we rarely ever talk about Maha. Okay, the Maha wins. Make America healthy again. Honestly, I think RFK Junior, is it Junior? RFK Junior? He's Junior, right?
Yeah, he's a
Or is he
junior.
just okay, Junior?
Do you have clips for this?
No, it's just a page. It's just a page of all the.
Let me give you a quick idea before you do that. Go to my Facebook page.
Okay.
And I just posted today on foods that we should not be eating.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this could be a little.
Are we gonna add to the pickle list?
The pickles aren't on there. The pickles aren't on there, but I think there's 5. Shit. I think there's 5. And one of these items I am trying to get my granddaughter to quit eating.
Uh-oh.
I've been telling her, and you know what she says? You know what she says to me when I tell her, when I say, Lily, you need to quit eating that. She says, well, Papa, you need to quit smoking.
True.
Okay. Yeah,
True.
she got me. She got me.
Oh, you know what? I got a comeback for you to tell her.
Oh, what's that?
that nicotine is actually not addictive and it's actually something good for our body. There's natural nicotine in like eggplant and stuff like that. It is a mainstream media lie that nicotine is supposedly addictive.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, but like with the nicotine, pure nicotine, yes,
right,
but
right.
the nicotine in the cigarettes. Now, one thing that the nicotine in the cigarettes did do is, and this has been reported out there, that it helped keep people from getting CV,
Mm,
getting the cold like that. I don't
mm,
have, and what have we learned about that? That it was nothing but the cold or the flu. Okay, we're not
mm,
going to argue that anymore, but that's what. So I
right,
never hardly ever get the cold or the flu. So
right, right.
maybe the nicotine's helping with that. But anyway, yeah, let's go look at my Facebook page
I mean, I'm
and
looking at your page. I don't see nothing. Where did you post
pull
it?
it pull it up. Let me see it.
I've been scrolling here for about a minute.
Okay, go back to the top.
Oh, all the way at the top?
Yeah, go back
Okay.
to the top because it was like today or last night I posted it. Okay,
Okay.
that.
Keep going.
No. Yeah, keep going. That was funny right there. Um, it should be pretty
Oh, we
soon.
gotta talk about this in a minute. The burning of the American. We gotta talk about
All right.
this
Yeah,
in a minute. Okay.
yeah, just keep going. Sorry, folks, but if you've been with us for a while, you know this is what we do sometimes. I know I had it on there.
This is your chance to go to a bathroom break, get your snacks, get a drink.
What is
We're
that?
just scrolling.
What is that? What is that one?
Um, Geopolitical report for Sunday, August
No,
24th.
see, it's like what is that? What does that say?
Famous brands.
Huh? Oh,
Famous
that's the famous
brands.
brands.
Uh-huh.
Crap.
And then you got Tulsi here. Yeah, I
You
didn't
know
see
what?
anything about food.
That's weird. I posted it. Okay, see, do it, do a quick search. 5 foods you should not eat.
Okay, like
Real.
on Google.
No, just go to Facebook and do a
Oh,
search on
Facebook.
Facebook. Five
Okay,
foods you should
five
not eat. Real. I thought
you
I posted that.
should not
I know it's in my
eat.
messenger. I wish there was a way that I'm going to try to keep us on. I'm going to try to keep on here and go to
Hmm.
my Facebook and see if I can send it to you. So if I lose you, I'll
Okay.
come back. All
Okay.
right.
I mean, I found one post that says 5 foods, but I think
What is
it's
it?
just it says bananas, Patriot sweet,
Ah, no, that's not
coffee.
it.
No, that's
No,
a
that's not
little
it.
vague.
Let me try to do this. Oh, I think I'm gone. Am I gone?
No, you're still here.
Oh,
I still hear you. 5 food groups to avoid. I see a post here. Yeah, you're gonna have to find it and send it to me. Well, oh, so Jimmy's paused. Okay, now I see. So until Jimmy comes back, I'll read your comments because he's glitched over there. Let's see. JG says I just bought a jar of pickles. No good. Dehydrated nurse says don't eat anything with red dye 40. Yup, I know about that. I don't eat nothing with no food coloring at all. None of them. I don't care what color. Becky says pickle juice is great to feel better. I don't know. You're gonna have to check the ingredients on the pickles. Steen. Good one, Steen. Pure BS nicotine is bad idea for lungs. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I did hear something about the nicotine thing, so that's another. I'm gonna write that down to see if I could bring more info uh next week. Lisa says Texas is banning Mountain Dew. I gotta look that up. Hold up a second. Oh, it's true. Hey, Jimmy.
Oh, now the sounds are gonna be all messed up. So
So
yeah,
just
I couldn't
did he
find
come
it,
back?
so I'm sorry about that. Let me let me go out
Uh-huh.
and clear everything.
Yeah. Okay. Yo, I can't believe it. Yes, Texas is banning Mountain Dew as a part of a new law requiring warning labels on products containing certain artificial additives and dyes. Wow. Wow. Thanks for sharing, Lisa. I didn't even know that. I mean, that is a good thing. I was just shocked about that for a minute. Wow. And you know, I had my first Mountain Dew like 2, 3 months ago. My very first Mountain Dew in my life. Because that's how strict my mom was. But that's crazy. Okay, let me see, guys. This is your time to enter the chat if you haven't already. Oh, here comes Jimmy.
All
Are
right,
you
good.
good
All right,
now?
yeah, sounds good. Sorry about that, everybody. I apologize. I apologize, Ruby. I couldn't find it. I thought I posted it, but
Yeah.
it was like Takis,
Yes. Yes.
Doritos,
Oreos.
Skittles,
Mm-hmm.
Ritz
Skittles.
crackers.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, Ritz crackers was on the list. So it was a list like that.
So while you were gone, Lisa
Yeah.
just blew my mind. She said Texas is banning Mountain Dew, and I had to Google it right now.
Yes, I saw that last night.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow,
Mountain
that's
Dew's
crazy.
horrible for you. Yeah.
Man, oh man, because I had my very first Mountain Dew about a month ago or two ago, and I thought it was the best thing ever, man.
No, it will destroy your teeth.
Well,
And
I think they should change the ingredients, but
what's that?
they should change the ingredients, but don't ban it, you know.
Well, I think they have to put a warning on it or whatever.
Yes,
The
they had to put a label. Yep.
something like that. I mean,
Yep.
if you want to drink it and destroy your teeth, okay. Here's the warning. I mean, they got warning on the cigarette packs, right?
Exactly. Have a warning and at
Speaking of that,
least change some of the ingredients, like make America healthy again. You know, some companies have already changed, which is I'm gonna go over the list in a minute. Um, but really quickly, dehydrated nurse is asking, "What's wrong with pickles?" So Jimmy, can you remind everybody what's wrong with pickles?
all right. So let's go to a search engine. Where's my cigarettes at? I'm looking for my cigarettes. I can't find them. I brought a whole pack out here. I thought I had them right here. Yeah,
Okay, what do you
go
want me to search?
and type in. Let me see, hopefully I get it. Let me write it down so I can
Pickle.
phosphorate 80. Okay, I think it's okay. PHOSPORATE
Mhm.
80. Phosphorate
80.
80.
Why? Okay, why is all it's well, this is a different one. It's polysorbate 80?
Okay, that's it. That's the word. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right.
Po-
Yes.
Okay,
Polysorbate 80.
polysorbate 80. Okay, okay.
Hmm.
Okay, let's see. Let's see, Copilot.
Oh, on my pack of cigarettes.
Okay, polysorbate 80 is a widely used emulsifier and
Emulsifier.
emulsifier and stabilizer in food products, including pickles, to improve texture, consistency, and shelf life by preventing separation of ingredients like oil and water. Okay, but what's wrong with it
Yeah,
though?
so what that stuff does is it will eat away at the thin layer that's protecting your brain. the thin layer of whatever it is, whatever it's
Mm-hmm.
made of, but it eats away at that, and then that stuff can get inside your brain. So
Okay.
I know we did a show on it. I hadn't talked about
We
it in a
did.
while, but
Yeah.
yeah, I had a lot more detailed explanation on that. But let's just say it's not good for us.
Right. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy and paste the ingredient so that people can look it up, at your free time. This is what Jimmy was talking about when he was talking about the pickle situation.
I
So
could have
check
swore.
your pickles, Jimmy says. Check your pickles and protect
Yeah,
your brain liquid.
yeah.
Oh my God, that's funny. Okay.
Hey, I'll be right back in a sec. I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. So we'll wait for Jimmy to come back. Let's see. Steen says pickle juice is an acidic salt. Please be careful guzzling it down. That's disgusting. Who would even drink that? I think that's disgusting. I mean, I used to love pickles. I used to love it. And I used to eat it just like that. But now it's nasty to me. Let's see. Gatorade needs to stop the dyes. Good one. Yeah. Next ban Coca-Cola. No, absolutely not. Just make it healthy. Make it healthy. Michelle Price says, has anyone ever looked at what they name energy drinks? Kind of telling. Oh, yeah. I went down that whole rabbit hole of the Monster logo and all that. That's when I.
Oh, I do have a video of that on my Facebook page.
Okay,
'Cause
so
that's
send that to me soon so that we could do a whole thing about that. Because
okay.
that's when I really woke up to symbolism. Was that whole logo. Um, wow,
Yeah,
there's a lot of good comments about the food situation.
yeah. I think Trump said something to Coca-Cola about they needed to be changing their recipe,
Uh-huh,
and
something like that.
I think he said something like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm glad everybody is kind of awake to the food industry
Yeah,
scam and how they're
I think
poisoning
so.
us.
I
Okay,
think
good.
so.
Because I found this on X that I've always forgot to share with us. The
We have a
Maha.
we have a very
Mhm.
intelligent audience. They know this stuff.
Oh yes, very awake. Yeah, and I'm thankful for that because I'm
Oh
still
yeah,
waking up to this kind of stuff. But I wanted to share this with you guys. Let me see. Can I zoom this? Oh no, it doesn't like zoom. Okay, so I'll
you'll
just
just
read
have
it
to
to
read
you.
it. Yeah, just read it.
Okay, so it says the Trump administration Maha wins. Steak and Shake moved to 100% beef tallow and replaced seed oils.
Nice.
Yep, and I've seen the advertisement already. They have it huge in every Steak and Shake. I love that. Okay, McCormick. Is that the seasoning?
Yes, that's the seasonings.
Okay, so it says that they were dropping food dyes and reformulating certain products.
Good.
PepsiCo will remove artificial ingredients from popular food items. In and Out will remove red dye 40 and yellow 5 and artificial flavors. Tyson Food eliminated synthetic dyes. Skittles removed dioxide.
Skittles.
Skittles, yes, they removed titanium dioxide from Skittles.
Interesting.
Sam's Club committed to removing 40 harmful ingredients from its brands. Kraft Heinz will remove artificial dyes from US products. General Mills will remove artificial dyes from U.S. cereals and schools. Nestle will remove all petroleum-based food dyes.
Is that Nestle? What was that
Nest,
one?
Nestle, Nestle. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
Yeah, that's Nestle. That's Nestle.
Nestle.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Um, hey, I mean, I don't eat this stuff. Okay, next. Oh, the next one is even worse. Conagra Foods?
Conagra Foods.
Conagra Foods. Okay, now now I sound like I don't even know English. Oh my god. Okay. I'm sorry. So it says will remove certified food, drug, and cosmetic colors. J.M. Smucker will remove synthetic colors from its food products. Hershey will remove synthetic dyes from its snacks. Consumer brands encourage members to remove artificial colors. And then the last one is international dairy foods eliminate the use of artificial colors.
Okay, that's all. I like that list.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. This question is, so here I'm sitting here thinking, I know that there was a bunch of CEOs that resigned or were removed from like 2017 to 2021. There was a bunch of people that were gone. I wonder how many of those companies that you just listed had a CEO that was removed, somebody else was put in, and now all these things are happening to where they're getting rid of all this bad stuff.
Okay.
That's just where my mind went. So y'all know how I think on this stuff. But that's good. That's good that these companies are finally turning around and getting rid of this unhealthy crap.
Yep. Yep. Okay. Um let's see the comment section before we move on because that was like a quick,
That was
side
good.
note that I wanted to bring up to everybody.
And I think we're going to be seeing more of it too. There's definitely going to be more of that. Companies changing stuff.
Yep. Okay, let's see. Dehydrated Nurse said Fruit Loops in the UK and Canada has natural colors like blueberry coloring, etc.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of brands that we have here in America that are banned over in Europe.
Right. Yep.
And they'll have a different version. You know, let's say your oatmeal packets, they're going to be different than in England than what they are in the United
Right.
States.
Yeah. John Marciano says American McDonald's has a lot of weird stuff in its food. And it's the same thing in other countries too. I see McDonald's in Puerto Rico completely different than America.
McDonald's
I
is
mean
a
the
whole
States.
McDonald's is a whole nother rabbit hole, folks. I haven't eaten there in years.
I
And I
know. I know.
will not eat there.
I don't either because regardless the food makes me sick. Like I just can't. I can't
Yeah.
eat it regardless. So
Yeah, the last time I had anything from McDonald's, it was a double cheeseburger, and I was sick for 2 days.
yeah, it gets me sick. Yeah. So I don't eat it at all.
Yeah.
Okay. Dan here in the comments, he says if you're born in this country, you need to learn the language. I
Yep.
agree. JG says that's a great list. All right, good, good. I'm glad everybody liked that little piece of information. Okay. All right, now I'm going to shift total gears. And I am going to share this video, and Jimmy knows that this was coming up sooner or later. But if anybody has seen, or maybe not, because I don't consume this content either, from singers and artists who use a lot of like demonology in their music videos and things like that. I mean, Lady Gaga has been known since the very beginning that she had elements of I don't know, Satanism or spiritualistic things. Like, I don't even know what to call it. And it's disgusting how they kind of mixed the music industry with that negative, dark energy, and they think it's
Yeah.
cool. They
Yeah.
think it's cool. Anyways, so Lady Gaga came out with a song recently, or I don't know how long ago. It's called Abracadabra. I've never heard of it. I've never even seen the video. So I don't know if you guys have an idea of what this is or what it is. But this is what I saw on Twitter. The comment says, and I'm going to show you the clip. Brace yourselves, everybody, because this was disturbing to me. But this is what it says. Lady Gaga is now promoting her song Abracadabra to kids as young as 4, encouraging them and other children to recreate and perform it. She gushed over the videos, saying, I will never survive how cute this is. Mainstream media insists Abracadabra isn't satanic, even though it features themes some see as occult or darkly symbolic. Okay, so I'm going to show you the clip and then we're going to talk about it.
The category is Dance All Night.
No. Oh my God. Before anybody says anything, in the comments, what did your energy tell you while you watched that?
Yeah, let's take a minute. Breathe in
Yeah.
and breathe out and just let it sink in for a second. And then let me know how you felt in the comments.
Yeah. What did you feel in your soul?
Yeah.
And while they do that, Ruby, I think I Facebook Messengered you the meaning of the word abracadabra. I think I did. Please,
Let me
God,
see.
hopefully I did. And it would have been recently, like since last night, sometime between now and then. But y'all still think about how that video was making you feel and let us know in the comments.
Sorry,
Please.
Jimmy, you didn't send me nothing.
Mother of S. Damn it.
Do you want me to Google it real quick?
Do what? Yeah, because it's actually,
Want to
it
Google?
gives the definition. There's a real, we got to have one single place where I can send you stuff instead of sending it to like 2 different places. And I got to remember to do it. Dang it. It's
Okay. Well,
basically,
I can read you a basic definition.
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so it says magical charm. The term abracadabra is commonly understood as a magical charm or incantation, often used by conjurers during tricks. It is believed to summon a mysterious power to perform magic. Historically, it has been associated with warding off misfortune and is considered nonsensical or magical words. The exact origin of the word is unknown, but it has been in use for thousands of years.
Okay. All right.
But if you do find the another one, definitely send it to me, and we'll
Yeah, because it was a
update
little,
this.
that was cleaned up, but what I saw was a little bit darker, the meaning of that word.
Right.
But
That's what
I
I
think
meant. Yeah.
our audience is smart enough to know where I'm going with that. So cool. But yeah, how are people feeling? What did that say to you when you watched it?
Okay. So while the video was playing, some comments came in very quickly. So this is what I like. Steen said, "Child exploitation."
Okay. That's one.
Jane says, "Why was the first child dressed like a witch?" So it's the same child, but in different costumes, just recreating what Lady Gaga did, right? I don't have a problem with Lady Gaga doing it as an adult, but now they're putting kids to recreate this. That's the problem, in my opinion. Um, John Marciano says video is creepy.
Okay.
Thrifty says this is literally witchcraft.
I'm with Thrifty.
Jesse says run.
Yeah.
JG, that is creepy. Jane, this is wrong. Steen, I felt ill.
There you go.
Dehydrated nurse. Demon.
Yeah. Yes.
Becky says pervs will be watching this.
That's true too.
Nurse says satanic.
Yep. Man,
Uh,
the audience is on fire tonight.
I love it. I love our audience. I love it. Price says I'm scared to death. Chills all over.
Yep.
JG says I felt a tightening in my tummy. Born JW says Satan.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
John, it's about occult magic. Now I like this one. Thrifty says it went by so fast, I'd have to slow it down to take in all the symbolism. It was overwhelming.
That's true.
Let's see.
So when I've said before that this battle that we're facing wasn't right versus left, that it was good versus evil. And there's been mention of a spiritual battle going on.
Yeah.
And this right here just cements for me that there's very dark forces operating to manipulate the masses.
And you don't need to be religious to see this. Like
no, not at all.
It's out. It's obvious. It's obvious.
It's right there in your face.
Yep. Yep.
And so anybody, I know for me, that was the first time I ever seen it, and I was just like, immediately, I was like, that's bad energy. I wanted to tell Ruby, that's enough. Stop playing it. But I knew
and it was
I knew,
quick.
Yeah,
It
I
was
was like,
less than a minute. It was 55 seconds. It was 55 seconds, and it already got
within
you
like
weird.
the first clip, just seeing that kid there in that outfit, I was like, oh, this ain't going good. This is not good. So within like 15 to 20 seconds, I was like, let's get rid of this. Because it was just bad energy, dark, evil energy.
So the reason why I wanted to bring that up was because in 55 seconds, I think I got the message across without even having to say much. The way that they continue to put children in these outfits, makeup, the music video, the symbolism, it's just a combination of things that, in my opinion, should be for adults only. Like there's certain things that should just be for adults and certain things just for children.
And some of this stuff shouldn't even be for adults either. I mean, I know about marketing and it, but we're look dark forces. That was dark.
Okay, but you know what? I agree with you, right?
You see where I'm going with that part? I mean,
Okay.
if you're an adult and you want to consume that stuff, yeah, that's your choice. I get that. But it's not even, I mean, it's not good for people. It's worse for your kid.
Right. Okay. So you know what? I will give both perspectives. I would agree with that because if I put my religious helmet on, I would say, yeah, nobody should be consuming that. But let me take that off for a second. It's not illegal to not consume, to consume it. It's not illegal.
Yeah.
You're in a country where you have the freedom to do so. We're not in like a religious theocracy where you can't do that.
Yep.
And some people do enjoy that. Oh, okay, you know what? I'm not here to judge. In my opinion, that's for God to judge you. But there is a red line, and there will always be a red line. And that red line starts and ends with children. Once you put a child in the middle of it, that's where most of us can agree that children shouldn't be doing certain things.
And didn't you say this was geared towards like kids as young as 4?
Right. So I'm assuming that's the 4-year-old. She sounded like a 4-year-old. She looked like one. I mean, these are
So,
little children.
so going back to those who know about the Selena Vertolomo video, one of the things that she mentioned in that video was the ages at which children are most are not impressionable. Their formative years,
One
zero
through
to
six. Yeah,
zero to
exactly. 0 to 6.
6
Right.
are your most
Exactly.
formative years, and
Hmm.
they're going down to as low as 4 on this thing that they're doing.
Yeah, but it's so cute because it's a little 4-year-old girl doing it. I
Wow,
disagree.
totally
Oh my God.
disagree.
Yeah, it's crazy in my opinion. But this is what happens in a country with as much freedom as we do, unfortunately. Sometimes I've mentioned, well, maybe we're too free, but
If,
it
if
is
you
what
want,
it is, I guess.
if you want to take the time real quick, you go to my Facebook page and we can pull something up on this. It goes in line with this. It was the one where that guy was sitting there. I think it's a black guy.
Okay,
I
let's
said
see.
something about symbolism. This will tie into what we're talking about.
All right, so I'm scrolling down.
That one
All
was
right,
good.
you let me know when you see it.
It's a guy, and it should say symbolism or something. Oh, right there. I think that's it. That
Oh, a
guy.
video? This one. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. What's it say?
Uh, famous
Famous
brand.
brands linked with suspicious things.
Yes.
Nickelodeon. In Latin, the word means I don't care about God. Google Play. The logo resembles the sigil of Lucifer. Balenciaga. In Latin, the word means Baal is the king. Baal is a demon who looks like this. Monster drink. In Hebrew, the brand logo means number 6, 6, 6. And 666 is the number of beast in Bible. Google Chrome. The logo has hidden the number of beast, which is 666. Gmail. The logo resembles the Royal Ark apron watch. Prada. They sell earrings that look like Bell.
Famous brands linked with.
So it kind of ties.
Yep.
It kind of ties in.
Wow, the music was kind of giving me goosebumps a little bit. Um, really quickly to the comments, Lisa says that Jimmy, we shouldn't even be listening to music because they changed the hertz. Now, I don't think I know anything about that, so that's interesting.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I know
Really?
all about. Yes. Yes.
Okay, write that down. We need to talk about that.
All right. So you want to talk about? Okay. All right. Yeah, I know
Yeah,
about that stuff.
I need to know more about that.
Okay.
And just a quick hello to Mick in the comments. Welcome to the chat. I don't know if this is a woman or a man. Let me know. But this person says, "Love this show." Well, thank you, Mick.
Thank you. I already got 4 things for homework already.
Yeah. Justin says that Watchtower pulls the same uh
Yes, they do.
same stuff using symbols. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Lisa says, "No, Ruby, we have free will, which God bestowed upon mankind because he gave Lucifer reign over the earth." Okay, so if we want to believe that narrative, right? I mean, I do. I'm just saying to the audience. Y- Correct. You have the free will to dabble in the dark, you know,
Yeah.
for a lack of words. But like Jimmy said, it's not always a good idea. It's
You
not
have
always a
to.
good idea.
You have free will. You have the decisions that you want to make. Yeah, you can do. But some decisions you make could be a detriment to you.
Right. But okay. But in the same argument. I would say you have the free will as an adult to do that. But to put a child in the middle of it,
Yeah,
where
that's
this
wrong.
child does not know or understand the significance of
Yeah.
what's being done or said or portrayed, that's where I am like, no, you shouldn't be involving kids in that.
Yep. 100% agree.
Yeah, okay, wow, that was kind of crazy. That threw me. That video a little scary. Okay, guys. So thanks for bearing with me because this is a lot of heavy stuff. I don't know about you guys, but me, it's a little heavy. It's a little heavy. So the
Yeah.
next video, and it is gonna get a little bit dark. I don't know why I do this. Like I'm doing this to myself because I'm like the next one is even darker than this one.
Hey, Ruby, there's a reason why these things are happening the way they are. Okay. There's a reason for everything. So you may not understand the reason why you're torturing yourself right now, but
For
it'll come
real,
to
I'm
you.
like, I didn't think this through.
It'll come to you.
Okay, so here we go, guys. This is a clip of a interview, like on a show, on a talk show from 2003 of Lindsay Lohan. That's when the movie came out, Mean Girls. That famous movie. Now I saved this because I know and I remember like Jimmy and you guys have always said things like it's always been in our face. It's always been there.
Yeah. Yeah.
You either just didn't see it or you kind of woke up now and you see it everywhere basically, right?
Yeah. You weren't aware of it. You didn't know.
Right. And if you were awake in 2003 and you saw something and you saw this, you would have been one of the first people in your family or, in your group of friends that would have been like, did you guys not see anything wrong with that? Like, hello. And you guys were called, oh, you're just reading too much into it, or you're a conspiracy theorist. You're doing too much, right?
Right.
But
Right.
here we are in 2025 looking at an interview from 2003, and I'm in shock. I'm in shock. So I'm going to play it, guys. And then once again, you let me know how you feel in the comments.
Just bought a place out here with my friend Raven. So I'm back and forth.
Raven Simone, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Raven Simone. So, both of you are beautiful women. Both of you are young and have your own individual styles and things like that. How are you guys going to compromise on decorating the home?
We kind of have the same ideas, and I mean, our rooms are completely different. Like literally, you walk into mine, and it's all pink.
Okay.
I have like pink satin sheets, and like hers is darker and stuff. But that's what's cool about it. We're not like going at each other with the same things.
What gentleman will be at the new pad with you and Raven Simone?
No one.
I'm just talking about, like parties.
No, I don't have
get-togethers.
a boyfriend.
She's single, but looking.
But I'm illegal for people that are old.
Well, some men like them young. We ain't gonna mention no names, but I'm one of them.
Wow.
Been up to work-wise these days. What's going on for you next?
I just wrapped on 2 movies. One's Disney, one's Paramount. Tina Fey wrote one called Mean Girls.
Okay.
It's a little older.
Mm-hmm.
There's other stuff in it. It's just kind of me maturing in films and everything like that. But they're both coming out around April. I'm very excited about that.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens after that.
All
I
right.
might be starting something in February.
Really?
I'm going home for the holidays.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Freaky Friday comes out on DVD today. All right, there it is. Get the DVD. Look, there are a lot of bloopers. We got to go. Okay, well, look. Lindsay brought a copy of Freaky Friday for everybody. Yeah!
All right, guys. Did you catch it? Let me know in the comments. Let me know how you're feeling. I'm going to give you guys another minute. So let that sink in what you just saw. It was brushed over as if it was a joke. But in my opinion, it is no joke. It's not funny. and it is not a joke.
Did anybody? I saw. God, man, I really got to start. When stuff hits me, I just need to send it to you, and then we'll just scroll. But did anybody ever see a movie where Clint Eastwood kisses an 11-year-old girl?
No, and I can't believe you just said that. If
Yeah,
that is true, that's
there's a
insane.
yeah. Do a quick search.
I don't even know if I want to do a search. Do I want to see that? No, like what?
Clint
All right.
Eastwood kisses 11-year-old girl in a movie.
Oh my goodness, my
I can't remember the name of the movie. I saw the clip.
no way. No way. I see something on Reddit. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. I'm looking this up right now. Oh, the video has been removed for violating YouTube's community guidelines. So
Oh
I can't see what it
wow!
is.
I'll see if I can find the reel. Let me put that in my homework.
Yeah, put that down. That's crazy.
Uh,
Really quickly, let me go to the comments because the comments are piling up. Let's see. Welcome to the show / chat. I'm chilling is in the comment section.
Hello.
Welcome. Man. Lisa says, I think those of us who woke up fast have subconsciously known all along there was something wrong going on. That's very interesting, Lisa. Becky says that was not cool.
She even said, "I'm illegal."
And exactly, when you look at the context of this, she was 17 at the time. And this
Oh,
guy,
was she 17 then?
yeah, she was 17
Okay.
at the time, I believe. You
Okay.
guys can fact check me, let me know in the comments. But
Yeah. Yeah.
when she did that video, she was a teenager. That's why she says I'm illegal because she was under 18. And this guy who's interviewing her, which is another actor,
Anthony
um,
Anderson.
yep, he's like 30 something, and
Yep.
he makes the joke.
Some like it, some like them young. I ain't mentioning no names,
Uh-huh.
but
But
I'm one
I'm
of
one
them.
of them. Wow, that is insane to me. That will
Wow.
never age well. That is never a good joke. It is not even a joke. It's not a
No,
joke.
it's
It's not.
in your face, plain sight. They
Oh
just,
my
and that's how they do it. They make these jokes or they say these things and they play them off as jokes. They do it all the time,
Right.
especially on the late night shows.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
And
so
that's
John
what
Marciano put it in the chat. I think that's the film he's talking about, from 1971,
that's
The
yeah.
Beguiled. Okay, thank you, John.
Yes, thank you, John. Yeah, it's around 1971. I remember that.
Okay, so that's the homework I'm gonna do as well. If anybody else wants to write that down, write it down now because we're gonna talk about it next Tuesday, most
So
likely.
I guess what we're creating here is a segment on the show called "Did you do your homework from last week?"
Yep.
That could be like the first thing we talk about. Let's talk about our homework. So far, for those that may have just joined us,
Yep.
this is on the list for the homework for next week. The butterfly rabbit hole and the domestic violence connection, the Abrego Garcia update, phosphorate 80, check your pickles,
For pickles. Yep.
musical Hertz frequencies, and Clint Eastwood kisses 11-year-old girl. That's what we
What a
got so
list.
far.
What a list. And that would be a crazy title on YouTube to put as the topic of discussion. That would be that would be crazy. Um okay, Thrifty makes a good comment here, Jimmy. How would you respond to this? She says Trump made a comment about Lindsay Lohan on the Howard Stern show that was gross. So how do you feel about that? Because I know Trump did make another disgusting comment about his daughter Ivanka a very long time ago.
Yeah, I don't like those comments. I don't care who says it's gross. Yeah, I agree, it's gross. When he said
Exactly.
something about dating, I'd be dating her or something like that. I was
Yeah.
like, what? What is that?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't agree with that stuff.
Yep. John Marciano says that Clint Eastwood did that in the film because the director wanted it. The girl was caught off guard. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. That's interesting. That's interesting. So we'll talk
Who
about it.
who is the director? John, look up and see who was the director of that movie.
Yeah. What was it?
Beguiled,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
The
All right, so we're
Beguiled.
getting a head start on our homework for next week.
Yeah, we really are. We are getting a head start. Okay, so it was a American Southern Gothic thriller film written and directed by Sofia Coppola.
So then I would go and look up her name to see what she's been involved with. Where'd Ruby go?
Yeah, I'm
There's
here.
Ruby.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Okay, so
I would. That's where I would go with that. I would look up her name and do some
mhm.
research on her.
Okay, guys. So you guys got a head start.
All
Okay,
right,
let's
let me look
see. I'm
that. Let me write
scrolling
that down
down.
too.
Yeah, Sofia Coppola, Coppola. I don't know how to pronounce it, but that's it.
Sophia. Sophia.
Sophia with an F. Yeah, Sophia.
Oh, interesting name because we know what Sophia and Greek and all that. What the meaning of that name is.
Oh, I
Hmm.
don't.
Look up the meaning of Sophia,
Oh Lord, here we go.
and then think about Watchtower.
Meaning of Sophia. The name Sophia is of Greek origin, meaning wisdom.
That's it.
Sophia has been associated with the goddess of wisdom in Greek mythology. Okay. Is my Google like rated G or something? It always gives
I
me
think
like the
so
clean
because
cut version of everything.
that is such a watered down version of that name.
Okay, so you see, this is why I need you guys because the internet, my internet is too PG.
All right, so let me
Okay, so
put
write
that
that
down.
down. Yeah, write that down. The meaning of Sophia.
Meaning of Sophia. All right, cool. See,
You see,
I
this
like it.
is why, yeah, this is why you need people. You need actual conversations with people and not the internet.
That's true.
Okay, let's see. I'm just checking the comments real quick. People are already getting the answers in the chat. So if anybody is interested, look at my chat section, the replay. If you're watching, after the live show, watch the replay of the chat. This is very interesting. Very interesting. Okay. So let me see.
So while you're doing that, let me go because we talked about this. It's like what is American culture? What is this? And we
Mhm.
see the pitting the black and the white in their communities.
Mhm.
We see this symbolism stuff pushed on children. And it all boils to, and when you talked about that there's different wars, yes, we're in an information war, but
Mhm.
what you're seeing, especially like with Cracker Barrel and Target, and all, you're seeing a culture war. Is
Yeah.
that's what you're seeing. And so what I did is I pulled information to read to you guys the definition of what a culture war is. Of course, I went ahead and pulled it from Wikipedia. Y'all know I already hate
Oh, yeah.
what.
Oh, Jimmy, do you want your intro since I'm gonna kind of let you have the floor for a minute? Do you want the intro I made for you?
You know what? Let's play it for old time's sake. Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Because this is your moment, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna take the floor for about 10, 20 minutes
Nah,
or
about
however long you take.
5-10 minutes maybe. And then
Sure. All right, everybody.
if somebody wants to join the stage, what time is 11:24? Oh yeah, cool.
Yep.
Um, if somebody wants to join the stage and talk about tonight's show come
All
on
right,
board.
everybody. I'm going to post a link in the chat in 2 seconds. Let's roll Jimmy's intro.
Welcome, everyone, to the news segment brought to you by the UPC, where the political pulse never seems to rest. Our trusted anchor is ready to break down the latest developments shaping the nation. Reporting live from North Carolina, welcome Jimmy Bell.
I love it. Damn. I love that. And I wish I had my regular political news to give you guys this evening, but we've already addressed that concern. So I'm going to try to go into a little teaching moment. And just bear with me because I did print this stuff off at 8 o'clock tonight, and I haven't had a complete chance to go through it all. But like I was leading up to, what you're seeing is a culture war. And the powers to be want to destroy culture in every country that they want to take over and take control of. So you look at England right now, and do you see a traditional English culture? All right. If you live in Europe and you're watching this show, or you live in England, can you attest to what you're seeing? Does it look like your English culture? So, and that can be said for Germany, oh God, what's the other country I was thinking about? Crap. Germany was the biggest one I thought of. Switzerland. Switzerland's another country that is losing their culture. So the biggest thing you got to figure out is who is responsible for conducting these culture wars and why are they doing it? So I went to Wikipedia, and like I was saying a second ago, I don't like Wikipedia, but I share it with you guys so I cannot be accused of using right-wing material. So, because this is definitely not right-wing material. All right, so a culture war. A culture war is a form of cultural conflict. It's a metaphorical war between different social groups who struggle to politically impose their own ideology. Notice right there it says different social groups who struggle to politically impose their own ideology. So what does that mean right there? They can't get their ideology through the ballot box. So they have to go around the will of the people to impose their ideology, which would include their moral beliefs, humane virtues, and religious practices upon mainstream society or upon the other. In political usage, culture war is a metaphor for hot button politics about values and ideologies realized with intentionally adversarial social narratives meant to provoke political polarization among the mainstream of society over economic matters, such as those of public policy as well as of consumption. As practical politics, a culture war is about social policy wedge issues that are based on abstract arguments about values, morality, and lifestyle meant to provoke political cleavage in a multicultural society. All right, that's the definition. Then the article goes in to talk about the etymology of the word of the meaning of, let's see, cultural struggle. In the history of Germany, it was called the Kulturkampf, cultural struggle. There was a 7-year political effort, 1871 to 1878, between the Catholic Church in Germany, led by Pope Pius IX, and the Kingdom of Prussia, led by Chancellor Otto von Bismarck, as well as other German states. The Prussian church and state political conflict was about the church's direct control over both education and ecclesiastical appointments in the Prussian kingdom. So there was issues there. Let's see, criticism and evaluation. No, I don't want to go through that. then the article lists a lot of different culture wars by country. And you guys can go to Wikipedia and just search culture war and you can read all this stuff. Excuse me. In the United States, excuse me. In the United States, ethno-cultural politics or ethno-religious politics refers to the pattern of certain cultural groups or religious denominations to vote heavily for one party. Groups can be based on ethnicity, such as Hispanics, Irish, and Germans, white people, black people, Asian Americans, or religion, Protestant and later evangelical or Catholic, or in overlapping categories like Irish Catholics. In the southern United States, race was a determining factor. Each of the two major parties was a coalition of ethno-religious groups in the second party system from the 1830s to the 1850s, and also in the third party system, 1850s to the 1890s. So it goes on to describe the origins from 1920s to 1991. Then it has 1991 to 2001. It's called Rise and Prominence, where they have escalated the culture wars. That's why we're seeing, I grew up in the 80s. I didn't see a lot of this stuff. So it says 1991 to 2001, the rise and prominence. So you can go and you can look at that up. 2001 to 2012, there was a post 9/11 era. A political view called neoconservatism shifted the terms of the debate in the early 2000s. 2012 to the present, it talks about broadening of the culture war. It says in the early 2010s, the American right took issue with the perceived worldwide dominance of leftism in international politics and corporate activity, anti-nationalism, and secular human rights policies, and activism not based on Abrahamic religious worldviews. So there was another escalation, and it looks like they say something about the Great Awakening down in here. I'll check that out anyway. But other countries that have these cultural wars, Canada, Australia, even in the African continent, the United Kingdom, Turkey, other nations in Europe. And so it goes on, and then it has a bunch of references in here to all the stuff that's in this article. So why do I mention this? Because a lot of people don't see, they see a lot of things, but they can't pin it down to what is going on. And this culture war is used to destroy a country from within. And that's why the guy from Japan said what he said, because he doesn't want these types of influences to come into his country. And so it gives so it's a very interesting read. And that's what you're seeing. You're seeing a culture war here in America. And then that's when I guess we were going to talk about the whole Cracker Barrel thing.
Oh yes.
Yeah, these
We could
companies.
spend a few minutes. Yep.
Yeah, these companies that are pushing their own ideology because they struggle to politically impose their ideology. So they go around the system to try to impose it on the people. Why? Who's doing it? That's important to find out. Okay, there we go. That's what I have there on that.
Wow. Thank you, Jimmy, for that. Because
And we will get back to real regular news once I get caught up on everything.
Right. So let me see really quickly. So really quickly about the whole Japanese clip. How would it look like if somebody from another country immigrated to Japan, ran for office in Japan, and represented a district or whatever? I don't know how they, map their country, but how would it look like if it was a non-Japanese person representing a Japanese nation?
Yeah, they call them prefectures. Yeah, they're little, like we call it a county or whatever. I think it's called
Okay.
perfect.
Okay.
If I remember correctly, it's called a perfecture. So
Okay.
somebody can fact check me
So,
on that. But anyway,
okay, right. Well, we already know what that looks like because
yep.
we already know about Omar, Representative Omar, right? How would it look like? Or even Mumdani, whatever his name
I was getting
is.
ready to say the guy running in New York for New York mayor.
Exactly. How would it look like if a guy like, I mean, how does it look like? It's already happening. You don't even need to put a scenario because it's already real life. How does
Yep.
it look like a guy like him immigrating to New York City and ran to be the mayor of a city, of a country that he was not born in, that he is not from, and ultimately does not represent? Because that's the truth.
Yep.
How does it look?
These individuals have been bought and paid for and put into a position to destroy the culture of America or any other
Exactly.
country that they want to
Yes. Yes.
infiltrate.
And what does that smell like? Because to me, that smells like the CIA, honestly, because
Oh
they
yeah,
do that in different countries, and I don't think they wouldn't hesitate to do it here, and they want to make us accept it as if that's a good thing, as if
right,
diversity is a good thing.
right.
Because they twist the real meaning of what diversity is. That's what they all do. They twist everything,
Yes,
and they want you to believe in that narrative as if it's a good thing, but they don't really mean the diversity that you're thinking of. They have a
correct.
whole different idea of what that means.
Yep.
um okay, yeah, so that's the comment that I wanted to make about that. Okay, so really quickly, if anybody has a comment about the recent Cracker Barrel logo, let me know in the chat right now, because that is another element of American culture that is being tampered with right now. And
Yep.
um the audacity that they even tried to do it. Okay, it didn't go through, thankfully, because we just got updated today that they're reversing the decision. But just think about how close you were to receiving a change in the logo of Cracker Barrel. How do you feel about that?
And not just the logo, the stores themselves or the restaurants themselves.
Yeah. So, and this is pretty funny because the Twitter account of Steak and Shake.
That was great.
Yeah, did you see that?
I did see
Because
that.
the Twitter account of Steak and Shake said this, and I thought it was great. On August 21st, they said, sometimes people want to change things just to put their own personality on things. At Cracker Barrel, their goal is to just delete the personality altogether. Hence, the elimination of the old timer from the signage. Heritage is what got Cracker Barrel this far, and now the CEO wants to just scrape it all away. At Steak and Shake, we take pride in our history, our families, and American values. All are welcome. We will never market ourselves away from our past in a cheap effort to gain the approval of trend seekers.
I thought you were going to show the clip where Steak and Shake put out "Fire the CEO" as their logo, as the Cracker Barrel logo.
Yeah,
They did put
I
that.
think I see it here. Hold on. Yes, yes,
They
yes,
did.
I do see it right here.
They, yeah, they did put that
Fire the
out.
CEO. I mean, the whole account has been hilarious this whole week
Yeah.
because they started making memes like this that they're copying off of Denny's, because that's literally the same concept, just different colors.
Right.
Let's see. There was also, hold on, let me find the meme really quick that I shared on Twitter.
And
And
you know what's
just
you know what's kind while you're
mhm,
looking for that, it was kind of funny because I watched a reel probably about 3 or 4 weeks ago, maybe before that, that
mhm,
said like 10 things you didn't know about the history of Cracker Barrel.
uh-huh.
And the real played and talked about they've never changed their look. They've always, it was down home feeling, blah 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 blah. It was all these good things. And then now we have this. This all came out where they were. I was like, that's odd. I just thought that was weird that they were. I seen a clip talking good stuff, and then this happened.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's just help JG out here for a minute. He says, "Wait, why can't a company simply amend their logo as a corporate decision?" Would you like to answer that before I do?
A company has the right to change their logos. There's nothing wrong with that. But what is the reason? But what is the reasoning why they're changing it?
Mm-hmm.
And who is running the company and making the decision to change it? Again, what is that person's ideology? Remember, we talked about culture war,
There
where
we go. Mm-hmm.
a culture war is a form of cultural conflict between different social groups who struggle to politically impose their own ideology.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of being able to get into the politics, they have to go around the system and become CEOs of companies to impose their ideology on the American people.
Yes, and those are very great questions to ask yourself about literally anything. When anything
Like,
happens.
it's like Bud Light. Bud Light
Right.
took a dive because they were supporting an ideology that most Americans, 98, 99% of Americans don't agree with.
Right. But they went ahead with it anyways,
Correct.
despite the backlash, because they
Yeah.
didn't care as a corporation, which is
And this
totally fine.
and
They didn't care.
And Cracker Barrel, they didn't conduct a survey of their customers or anything. They didn't go to the regular diners of Cracker Barrel and say, "Hey, we're thinking about changing our logo." And
Right.
now, granted, they can do whatever the hell they want to do, but if they wanted to do it the right way to get support from the people that are supporting their business, they could say, "Hey, we're thinking about changing the logo. What do you guys think about this? We're thinking about changing the style of the restaurant. What do you think about this?"
Right.
They didn't take anybody else's consideration into this. They had an idea, a woke ideology, and they pushing it on the people.
Exactly. And I see JG's next comment about market and stuff like that, but JG, that's not even it's part of it, yes. But the
What was the
main
comment? What was
well,
the
he
comment?
says like fair market reigns. Good decision leads to profits and bad decisions lead to losses. Yes, that's true.
Exactly.
But
And go ahead.
go ahead. No. Go ahead. I want to let you finish. Go ahead.
I was getting ready to say, yeah, a bad decision. Look what happened to their stock.
Right.
Their stock plummeted because of this.
Yes, but
Just fell off the
not
cliff.
yeah, and I agree. I agree. But in my opinion, not everything is about money. It goes back to culture. You see, I'm that's why I'm glad we started with that because it goes with the culture,
Yes.
the symbol of the old timer on the logo is a part of its history, of our country. It represents something. Okay, now this is the meme that I was looking for. Okay, this explains everything. Look at the other logos that they
That's good.
removed from their products. Was it about money? No, it
Nope.
was about culture. And they erased it completely
Yep.
from those original products. And they tried to do the same thing with Cracker Barrel. And this time, people were awake enough to say no. I think Aunt Jemima, there was outrage over that one, and they still took her off. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what we're talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Because I don't really
Aunt
care
Jemima.
about the company.
Aunt Jemima, that she is American culture.
Exactly. And there's a story behind Aunt Jemima, the syrup, the heritage.
It's,
There's a story there, and now
yes,
you don't even see her face anymore.
exactly. And also Uncle Ben. All those. Put them back up there again, please.
Yep.
All five of these represent different parts of American culture.
Exactly.
And now they're gone. Well, Cracker Barrel's, I think, changing it, but they're gone. So they're erasing American culture. And notice there are 4 black icons on there. And I just said that all 5 are part of American culture. It's not about race.
No, it isn't. It's American. You see, thank you. Thank you for bringing that back up because it is American. Each of those products had a story, right? They
Yep.
put the face of the founder, just like KFC. They got the guy's face on there, right? What's his name? Sanders?
The 33-degree
Colonel,
Mason.
Colonel.
Yeah, Colonel.
Okay. Besides that,
Sorry.
they put the founder there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a
Yeah.
part of the logo. It's a part of the founding
Yeah.
of whatever it is. Why would you now say in 2025, like let's say this company was here for 100 years, right? Why would you say 100 years later that now because of the politics or because of the what would you call it, like the trend, like the comment said, what does it matter about trends, about politics? None of those things should matter. Keep the keep the founding picture. Like if it's a picture or the story, because a lot of products on the back of it they say like who we are, and then they say, oh, we're a family of yada 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 that
Mm-hmm.
cooked in our grandma's kitchen and yada yada. There's a story there, and that's what makes you want to buy the product, right? Because you feel like you're buying from grandma's kitchen or something like that.
And that's why Terrence, I can't remember his last name off the top of my head, the black guy that's a comedian,
Yes, yeah, he makes the pancakes, and
Terrence
he
Howard.
did.
Is
Yep.
it Howard?
No, no,
No,
no. It's somebody else. Somebody else.
Terrence. Oh, God, what is
Let
his
me
last? But
let me
anyway,
yeah, let me see if I can look it up. I'll look it up. Um, Terrence Williams.
Terrence Williams, yes, he's pro-Trump.
Mm-hmm.
And he's unapologetically pro-Trump. And he went out here and he's, after the whole Aunt Jemima thing, he's like, I'm going full steam to bring out my pancakes. And he's operating a business now. Oh, he's in stores. Cousin T's is the name of the
Yep,
product.
Cousin T. I'm looking it up right now to show everybody.
So for me, if I wanted to support somebody that was living the American dream and supporting American culture, I would buy Cousin T's products.
Exactly. And look, he has his face on the syrup and
Yep.
on the pancake boxes and everything. Now, let's say 100 years from now, some CEO chick says, I want to take off the founder's face off of the logo. Like we don't need this anymore.
Yeah.
We don't
Yeah.
need him anymore. Let's
If
just call it
we
Cousin T's and that's it.
if we don't stop this stuff or win this culture war, what you just said would happen.
Over and over and over again.
Yep.
And you erase the culture that the product is affiliated with or whatever.
Correct.
It erases that. It separates the person and the story and the product, and now it's just a product. They make money
Yeah.
off of it. Now it's just a
Yeah.
number. Now it's just a product. Like who cares?
Yep.
That's what we're losing in this country. We are losing that right there.
Correct.
Let's see what the comments say really quickly. Because I know we are hitting the midnight mark, and I think we might end it here. I don't know
Yeah.
because we're
Yeah.
gonna end it here, and we're gonna pick up next Tuesday because I ain't done. I still have so many other bookmarks that we gotta
Did
talk
you?
about.
I mean, I could be. I'm good for. I'm good to ever how long you want to be on.
No, this is good because the last 10 minutes I can catch up on the comments and then we can say goodnight.
Okay,
Um,
yeah.
because
We won't pull a 4 hour show our first night back.
no, yeah, and
Even though we probably could.
maybe, but I actually got a new job. Oh, new update. Not only did I move, but I got a new job now. So I'm actually working now.
Nice.
Okay, so let's see the comments really quickly, all right? So Lisa says, when are these companies going to realize they will go under when we, the majority of people, boycott their ads? That's
Yep.
another good one.
Well, they
Boycott
are.
with your wallet.
Yep. I saw a picture that somebody put up of a Cracker Barrel restaurant. Now, granted, I wasn't there. I don't know what time they took it or anything like that, but allegedly it was taken at dinner time, and there weren't very many cars in the parking lot.
Hmm.
I mean, look, Bud Light, they took a huge hit. Um, Target took a huge hit. Ulta is going to be taking a huge hit as well
OMG,
be,
I saw that.
because of
Oh
the
my.
campaign they're pushing. Do we have a
You
clip on that?
no. You know what? Write it down because this is exactly why we need next Tuesday because I have too many opinions on that. Now that gets me really upset. That oh
So
man.
I'm gonna put clip of Ulta. I'm gonna put clip of Ulta propaganda. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yep. Thank you. Thank you for bringing that up because that is another infuriating thing.
Yes.
Okay, so let's see. Lisa says Native Americans were mad when Washington Redskins changed because the Indian logo represented an actual chief.
Absolutely.
I remember that, and that was before I woke up.
And I'll just say, as sad as it is right now, I am a Dallas Cowboy fan. We've
Hmm.
sucked for 30 years. I don't even, yeah, we suck. All right. But as a Cowboy fan growing up, our biggest rivalry was the Redskins. And
Hmm.
so as a Cowboy fan, I would love to see the name Redskins come back.
Oh, so they did change the name,
They did. Yeah. They're now called the Washington Commanders.
but did they keep the logo?
No, they changed it to a big W.
Really?
Yeah, they got
Okay.
rid of that. Yeah, and that was like a major chief in that
Right,
tribe or whatever. Yeah, it was an honor. The Native Americans, they looked at it as an honor to
right,
their culture
right,
that
right.
he was there. Yeah,
Wow.
and
Okay.
they did this. They did the same thing with the Cleveland Indians. They got rid of Chief Wahoo and changed it to the Cleveland Guardians.
Wow.
Got rid of,
Okay, I didn't
got,
know that.
yeah.
Well, my stance like it still works for that as well. Like I would be against that as well. Like
Yeah.
they should bring all that back because it's erasing the culture.
And the
It
story
really
with
is.
the Cleveland Indians is the reason why they named it the Cleveland Indians is
Mhm.
because like back in like 1908, 9, somewhere in that area, they were the only team that had multiple Native Americans on their baseball team.
Ah, okay.
So that's why, because I think, if I remember correctly, they were originally called the Cleveland Spiders. But as they were
Mm.
the Spiders, they had these Native American guys playing on the team. So they said, "Hey, we should just call ourselves the Cleveland Indians." And
Very
so
interesting.
it was an
Hmm.
honor to those guys. And they got rid
Hmm.
of that too and changed it to the Guardians.
Wow, look at that, Jimmy. That's crazy. Um, I'm really grateful that we were able to clarify this for JG because he says, you have given me something to think about. I love that. I
I
love
do
that
too.
comment. I love
Yeah.
that. Like, you guys also give me stuff to think about. You know what I'm saying? So I'm so glad that JG is now thinking about this. Um, Dallas, hey, Dallas is in the comments. He says, Marxists are and were too damn coddled. They better learn to suck it up and get over it.
True.
Oh, so Lisa makes a comment about the KFC. She says, Colonel Sanders wouldn't want to be associated with today's KFC. They can't even use the original name Kentucky Fried Chicken because they don't use natural chickens.
Exactly.
Are you serious?
Yes, that's why they changed the name. They can't call it chicken.
So it's not chicken.
Correct.
What you mean is not chicken?
Look it up. Let's put
Oh
that.
no. Oh no. Write that down. No way.
It's kind of like Pringles. Pringles are horrible for you guys, but they can't say. Okay, let me ask you this: what is a Pringle?
Okay, I do know that one because it's not a chip, right? Because it's not from
Correct.
potatoes.
Correct.
So
they
what
have
is
to.
it?
They have to call it. What do they call it? Crap. They can't call it a potato chip. Potato something. Oh God.
Like a wafer or something?
I can't remember what they call
A
it.
loafer?
Crisp, maybe. I can't remember. But they can't call it a potato chip because it's not.
Right. Because it's not. That's
Yeah.
crazy. So then what is it if it's not potatoes?
Chemicals.
I know. You see, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. I don't like that. Like I literally ate KFC 3 weeks ago. Now I feel
Yeah.
disgusted.
Yeah. Well, remember their logo or remember that commercial we talked about?
Oh yes. Oh
Ruby.
my god. Oh
I
my
can't
god.
believe you went to KFC a couple weeks ago.
Oh, and it was so good. Oh my
I
god.
know.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I feel like throwing up. Man, that's crazy. But if it's not chicken, then what is it?
I don't know what kind of concoctions they stuck in there. I don't
No
know.
way. Don't tell me.
Let's write that
No,
down.
it's gotta be chicken.
KFC chicken is not chicken.
No. No, stop it. Oh my god. Ugh. That
God,
really ruined me, man.
I got a lot of homework to do.
That's
Gee,
so disgusting.
I
Okay,
got
really quickly.
I got to do the
Yeah.
homework and I got to catch up on the political stuff. I got a busy week ahead of me.
Yeah. Okay, really quickly. Wild wants to hear your perspective on the Vikings football team allowing the two guys on cheerleaders team. What? Okay, no, we're gonna have to
No,
write that as down as
yeah,
well.
that's going on
Wow.
too. You got these really feminine guys
Are
on.
they feminine or are they just gay?
They are feminine as well. Okay,
They're probably just gay.
they're okay. So I try to be careful with my words, but back in the day, we would have called them a flamer.
Okay, that's an
Okay,
interesting word.
yeah, they're just those that are old school know what I'm saying. He's really gay, like Dylan
Mhm.
Mulvaney gay.
Right, right. Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
That's what I meant by that.
I'm not downing gay people. I'm just saying that's what we see. But anyway, yeah, I don't agree with. I mean, come on, quit ruining everything. Yeah, I know they have male cheerleaders in college. I know they have. I know that, but you're most okay. This is gonna sound really bad. I
Uh-huh.
don't mean it this way, but most of your red-blooded American pro football fans do not want to see that on the sidelines.
I don't think anybody really does, to be honest with you. That is another propped up lie that people want to see it. Like, I think they manufacture the numbers, the ratings, the views. They try to make it cool, and it's not, honestly.
It's just another example of how the NFL has gone woke. They're changing
Right.
names of pro football teams. They're putting, I mean, again, putting guy and girl. Okay, cheerleading is a sport, right?
Hmm.
You got well, I know you got male. It's very touchy when it comes to the college stuff and everything, but
But the same thing with ballerinas and figure skaters, and they have male counterparts, but they're masculine. They're not freaking gay.
yeah,
So if you're gonna be on a cheerleader team and you're gonna be moving your hips like a woman, then that's gay.
that's what
So
they're doing. That's what they're doing.
exactly, and they think that that's funny or cute or whatever, and that makes me upset too. So next Tuesday we're gonna have to get into it because that's another one for me. That gets me real mad. Um, um,
Keep men out of women's sports.
seriously. Oh, Lisa says it's a bioengineered chicken without feet, beaks, or feathers.
Oh wow,
What?
wow.
Oh my God. I'm never eating KFC ever again.
Yeah, I don't eat. I stopped eating KFC like 3 years ago when I found all this stuff out.
Oh my
So
God.
I don't eat McDonald's. I don't eat KFC. Nope. There's
Wow.
very the only fast food place I go to mostly would be Biscuitville to get a biscuit with. I usually do a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. Is what I get from there.
Oh my God. No, I'm never eating there again. Oh my God. I feel so disgusted with myself. That's oof. Man, Lisa ruined my night, man. I'm gonna have a nightmare. Because we ate literally KFC multiple times.
Yeah,
Because we were moving, so we ate
yeah.
out a
You need
lot.
something quick. You need something quick,
Yeah.
and
Oh my God, that's disgusting. You know what? But I blame the government. I really do. I blame the government and what's the organization that does the food stuff? Is it FDA?
the FDA. Yes.
Yeah, I blame them too.
Yep.
Because if we had a better control over that, they wouldn't be feeding us freaking poison and freaking fake food. No,
Well,
no,
it
no,
goes
no,
back.
no.
I mean, people knew about this years ago. I mean, because you look at them when the movie Soylent Green came out. Have you ever watched that movie?
No. Oh, hold up. You're gonna have to say
On
that.
your next movie night, you need to play Soylent Green. Soylent Green.
Soylent Green. Okay, 1973. I got it. Okay, I'm putting that on the list.
So 52 years ago, they were telling you about this stuff. Am I correct in the comments about that, everybody?
Oh man. Okay, I'll give a minute for everybody to say
Because I'll be
something.
honest, I personally I haven't seen the movie, but I've heard enough about it and I've seen some clips. But
Oh,
I too need
I
to
could read a little bit about it, like a little small blurb about it.
go for it.
It says 1973 American dystopian thriller film. The film is set in a future where society is plagued by overpopulation and environmental collapse, and it explores themes to corporate control and the struggle for survival. The plot revolves around a detective investigating a murder of a wealthy man, leading to a shocking revelation about the food source known as Soylent Green. The film has become a classic in the science fiction genre, influencing many subsequent works.
So
What?
they call it science fiction.
Uh-huh.
All
Yeah.
right. But what have we seen? Everything they just described in that description of that movie is what we're dealing with now.
Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's nice to see Lily here in the chat. She says Soylent Green. Yup. Lisa says Soylent Green equals McDonald's. Oh my God, I'm never eating fast food ever again. And I made that promise to myself a very long time ago, but we broke that when we moved. Um, all right, so welcome to the chat, Aussie in the middle. Oh, that is
Sorry
really
for
cool to see some new people in the chat, but
yeah.
we are about to end the stream.
Yeah. Sorry for you guys coming in late. We go back and watch the show. I felt like it was a pretty good show tonight.
Oh yeah, it really was. So any final thoughts, Jimmy?
I just want to say that I'm glad to be back. We got a lot to bring you guys. There's so much going on. I want to get caught up on stuff. And I'm going to be able to have a place to where if people are so busy that they don't have time to look stuff up and everything, because, as I said in the beginning, last 4 weeks were freaking crazy. I want folks to be able to have a place where they can kind of figure out what's going on in the world. And then if they see something that strikes their interest, they can go look it up. So I'm just glad we're back. I appreciate our audience. Thank you guys so much. You guys are seeing the real Jimmy and Ruby. We're not putting on airs or anything. You get to see the real us and the reactions in real time. Those are always funny. But I'm just looking forward to getting on the homework and coming back next week. And just thank you guys. Appreciate y'all.
Yes, thank you, Jimmy. Thank you to everybody in the chat. We had a great night. I had a great night. I am so happy to finally be back. And, little by little, I'm going to get my webcam again, my microphone, I'm going to get all official again.
Oh, I got another thing I want to announce too. But before
Yeah.
I announce that, so on a scale of 1 to 10, folks, how'd you rate tonight's show? And as
Good
you're putting
one.
that in the chat, because if we weren't a 10, don't give us a 10. If we were a 1, give us a 1, because we want to be able to improve what we're bringing you guys. Where we want to be always improving, always doing better. So we want to do that. I will say that I do have confirmation from John Leisure, my best friend, to come on the show sometime and give us information on crypto, talk about sound money and things like that. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, John knows this stuff. He's good at explaining it because he's explained it to me once before, but I still have questions. And so he's going to come on one night when he's not so busy on a Tuesday evening and come explain crypto and a little bit more about it. And you guys will be able to ask questions and we can have that discussion. So I don't know when that's going to happen. He just told me when he doesn't have a Tuesday night where he has to have an appointment. So that's coming.
That is so awesome, Jimmy. That's great. I love it. Some people in the comments said, like Becky says, it is a 10 for her or she wouldn't be here.
Thank you, Becky.
John Marciano says a 10.
And I want to say too, if there's a subject, I put this out on my Facebook page, but if there's a subject that one of you viewers feel like you're very versed in, like I said in my post, I can talk about the deep state stuff all day long. John can talk about crypto like that. So if there's a subject that you feel like you're really proficient in, let us know. And that way we can share it on the show. We can have you come on.
We could give 10 minutes for you to have the floor to give your comment because you know more about it than us. You know what I'm saying? So
or longer than that, depending on what the subject is.
Right. Yeah. We can make a whole
So,
thing out of it.
Yeah. So we don't want this to be just Jimmy and Ruby. We want to involve you guys as well. That's why we do what we do with the live chat. But we would like to have folks join the stage with us. So yeah.
Yeah, I actually like this. JG says he gives it a 9, not a 10, since it was missing the news blast. I enjoy that summary.
That's
kind of
fair.
cool.
I'll take that because I missed the news blast too. Me too. That dude's been busy doing his little MAGA-palooza campground things. So hopefully he'll be back.
Oh, yes. And I really do want to know about the meeting that Trump had with Putin in Alaska. Write that down as well, please. Because I know nothing of it, but I know it happened. And I want to know the significance of it. I want to know why they met and everything. I want the whole rundown.
From what I do know, it was to talk about stopping the war in Ukraine.
But didn't Zelensky come after that to the White House?
Then there was a meeting with Zelensky, and that was a funny introduction because Zelensky actually showed up in a suit, and Trump Trump reached
Mhm.
out and they're like, hey, looks good or whatever. That was, that I think that's an ongoing thing right now because now we're hearing Putin and Zelensky were supposed to meet, but now Putin doesn't want to meet with Zelensky. So it's still kind of an ongoing thing. But as I do my research and catch back up, I'm sure there's going to be mention of that. So I'll try to keep us as informed as I can on that. But
Okay, good.
that's basically what it was about.
Okay, good. Well, if anybody has any other information that you would like to bring up, please let me know. I'm gonna
Yes.
share. Let me see if I can share this really quickly. Our Facebook page, because the Unrelenting Political Corner has its own page, and you guys can go and follow the page or like it. I don't know. I barely use Facebook, but this is where I also share updates about the channel, news, whatever communication needs to, happen. This is where I do it.
And don't we
Now,
need 100 people to be able to go live on Facebook?
on Facebook, right? So we only have 37 at the moment followers. So once we reach 100, we can stream on Facebook. Like it could just broaden our audience. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what, but it's just a
And
cool thing
mind
to do.
you, guys, we don't get paid for doing this.
No.
Yeah, we're not getting paid.
But if there are any like super chats or whatever, um, I kind of just send it to I donate it for the StreamYard services because
Okay.
this is not my StreamYard.
So let
So
me rephrase that and say we're not making money off of doing what we do. Or
right, right.
yeah,
But if you would like to send a donation, just send
yeah.
it straight to Fixing My Faith channel because I use their StreamYard. So I would make donations. And I have to start that up again because I was making donations and then I stopped for a while and I'm gonna get back into the swing of that. So just a friendly reminder that that's what happens. So if you were ever
Okay.
interested in that, just send it to Vern and Shauna. They have their PayPal and on their channel.
Yeah.
Um, okay, because the Unrelenting Political Corner also has a Facebook group. So aside from the page, we also have a group, and I share more stuff kind of in the group. And I use the group kind of like a bookmark. Like I save a couple of articles and, like interesting stuff to talk about. So if you ever wanted to post something there, even you, Jimmy, you could post it there and then
Am I not in the
use it.
group?
Yes, you are in the group. So
Okay.
I don't know if you
I
used it or not.
need to use that. I need to use that feature. I forgot about that. Okay.
Yeah, because I kind of send interesting stuff and I keep it there, but I always forget to use it in the show because I'm so used to using my bookmarks on Twitter, on
Gotcha.
X. So
Gotcha.
I
Gotcha.
keep forgetting that, but that's a cool thing to remember.
We are a work in
Oh,
progress.
this guy is in the chat. I forgot his name. Please remind me
Bo.
of your name.
Bo.
Bo, yes, it was.
Bo.
Welcome to the chat, Bo. It's so great to see you here.
He's a little late,
Um,
but it's okay, brother.
well, I don't know if you just popped in or what, but we are closing it up, so you're gonna have to watch the replay. Sorry. Um, so yeah, if anybody's interested on the Facebook part of things, that's what's happening on Facebook. Um, and just another closing comment that I want to make is that despite what you may have heard or seen on the internet or in anybody's comment section, I don't care what people say or do in regards to this show or to any one of us personally. Jimmy will always be a friend to the channel and a great contribution to the UPC, as well as Quinn, as well as Bo, as well as any other YouTubers out there that has had good interactions with me and Jimmy. I am in support of that. So like I said before, without getting into details, Jimmy has gone through stuff, other people has gone through stuff, but I am publicly showing my support for Jimmy for Quinn or for anybody else who was dragged on the internet or whatever, because I remember being there myself at one point. And these very people, like Jimmy, my cousin, Bo, Quinn, whoever else that has gone through it, those were the types of people that were there for me when I was being dragged online. And now I want to show my support for them as well. So thank you, Jimmy, for always being here and
You're
contributing.
welcome. Thank you.
And yeah, just want to put that out there that we don't care about those things really. Like I really don't care about it. I'm gonna have
There's
Jimmy
so
here
much
every
bigger issues
Tuesday.
going on in this world.
Yeah, for real. And as long as Jimmy shows up every Tuesday, I will have Jimmy every Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? Like I
I'm
don't
here.
care.
I'm here. I'm not going to you are stuck with me, Ruby.
Yeah, like I don't even agree with everything that Jimmy says on here either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he still sticks around despite the crazy stuff I've said.
Yeah.
So
It's a good, but see, I like that balance.
yeah.
I like that balance. It's fun.
Right. And it's respectful because I know
Yeah.
a lot of people they disagree and they just go super disrespectful and they start name calling or they start insinuating a lot of things and I'm like, yo, you can disagree very respectfully. I mean, we do it every Tuesday night
Yep.
and it works fine. So,
Yep.
all right, everybody. Well, thank you guys for watching.
Thank you
Good
all.
night, everybody. We will see you next Tuesday, 9 p.m. We're going to get back
Yep.
into the swing of things. Put your notifications on as soon as you see a stream that's, populated. Put your notifications on. Follow the Facebook page because I'm going to put it there. You know what I'm saying? Like, the vacation's over. We had a
Yeah.
nice 4 weeks of doing nothing.
Now I
Just
will
going
say,
through life.
I will say this too. There's going to be maybe a 2-week break, maybe a 2-week break in November, because that's when
Oh,
I go on vacation with Carissa, and we're gone. It's just me and her enjoying time with each other in Florida. So it's
nice.
so there's probably gonna now Ruby can stream the show. I'm just not gonna be here. Okay.
Interesting. So let's
Yeah.
see if
So
they stick with me. If it's just
yeah.
me,
So
you
it might just be
freaking.
you. It's going to be the second and third Tuesday of November, and then I'll be back on the Tuesday right before Thanksgiving. So
Okay, so text me that so that I couldn't put it in my calendar because
okay.
I'm gonna forget. So yeah, just text me that. And you know
Yeah.
what? This will be a great experiment to see if people still watch me if you're not around because
Well, they
I
should.
no, I know, but people try to make it seem as if, well, Jimmy's the one that carries the show, or Ruby's the one who carries the show, and if it wasn't for the other, the show would just crumble, like nobody would watch it. So this would be a great experiment to see if they would still watch me if Jimmy's not here. So we're gonna see if you're a real fan or not.
Well, I had fun tonight, Ruby. It was a blast.
Oh my goodness, me too. All right, good night, everybody. Good night, good night. Good night,
Good night,
Jimmy. Thank you so
everyone.
much.
Thank
See
you.
you next Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern
Yes.
time. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Trump, yeah, okay, bury him a legend, yeah, Trump, hey, okay, America's biggest blessing, free speech advocate, packing, never lacking it, I just bought another gun and ain't nobody taking it, gang, okay, the White House going crazy now,